Injector Cleaner can cure those woes and help save your engine. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner adds an upper cylinder lubricant, providing double the cleaning power out of the same bottle. We know something about aging well, so when we say it's your engine's fountain of youth under a screw top, you can count on it. Rizlone is the original engine tune-up. Available at participating stores near you.
Well, typically Canberra is the capital of Australia, but today it's the party capital of Australia as we get set for Summernats 30. Thanks to Street Machine and Rare Spares, we are set for the Masters final. This is the national championship. It's been going for 12 months. Yesterday, the best 27 drivers were boiled down to the best 10, and it's the 10 that we're about to see today. Big names like Killer B, last year's champ. He's here too in Eyeblown. He's looking to become the first person to go back-to-back in the Masters for the first time in 10 years when Peter Gray did it. It's going to be a huge achievement if he can do it. Big names like Lynchy are ready to go. This crowd is absolutely ready. We're going live around the world. Wherever you're watching in America, Europe, this is Australia. This is how we do skids, and this is going to be absolutely massive. Out here we've got the Castlemaine Rod Shop Burnout track. It's ready. The crowd is absolutely pumped up. It's a sea of sombreros, sweat, sunscreen and rubber. It's time to join Jason Bean up in commentary because this is going to be huge. We cannot wait to crown the Burnout Master, who's going to be the best of the 10.
Boys are back. They got that car together.
Well, I think what's really interesting about this year's Masters, Kerry, is the fact that we've got 4 aspirated cars in the final. And
thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you, Chad. Of course, we have got ourselves a massive show here in Canberra, the national capital of Australia. Whether we're catching you, as Chad said, in Australia, whether you are in Europe, in the US, we welcome you with open arms to what is undoubtedly the craziest, the most hectic burnout show in the world. As Chad said, we have got the defending champion, Andrew Popeye Poole from Townsville in Queensland. We have got the Summernat Burnout champion from last year, Darren Bromwich. That is him on screen right now in the Smokin' U Holden 1-ton ute. Here he goes. This is the top 10 finals of the National Burnout Masters. Chad Nayland, welcome to the box.
Well, if you ever wanted to know how important the Burnout Championships are, here's a fine example, because this man was in the top 3 last year, earned his right to come through to the Masters. He's one of 2 of the 3 guys from last year's Burnout Championship to make it all the way through to the top 10 in the Masters. You can see the clock ticking. You need to make it to 60 seconds to get the maximum scores here today. A judging panel of 5 expert judges watching this one. And I tell you what, Smokin' U in the hands of Darren Bromwich is kicking this off in fine style.
What you need to know if you're sitting at home is we're looking for instant smoke, constant smoke. We are looking for volume, the density of the smoke. The driver control is a massive portion of this competition. And of course, blowing tyres. 5 points on offer.
Oh, there's
for
one.
Ken's tyre. He's got, well, I think he's got both down in pass. And he went off at round about 57 seconds. So he will be penalised, Chad, marginally for popping the tyres before that predetermined 60-second mark.
It says on the judges' scorecard, deductions of 10 points for every 5 seconds under that 1 minute interval.
So 10 points for every 5 seconds.
Yep.
That could make or break. That could be the difference. And as you said, Chad, this guy was number 1 in the championship last year. He's now a Burnout Master qualifier.
He's loving life, so too is the bloke who was riding shotgun. The sombreros go up as one. The first of our Burnout Masters finalists, first of the 10, has skidded in fine style. That was a big one of 7 Holdens we'll expect to see today. Let's relive it.
Let's have a look at the replay as we look at Darren Bromwich. Tip in, he went the high line, gave himself plenty of room to turn it into the Castlemaine Rod Shop donut pad.
Oh boy. Alrighty, well that was good stuff. We've got 9 to go. Quick break and then more.
return to the Castlemaine Rod Shop here at the Street Machine Summernats. Chad, you've got to say, what an absolute dream come true for our next entrant, our next qualifier. It is going to be Craig Whitted, formerly of the Cut Sick fame. He's now campaigning in his second burnout event in this car. He's now made the Masters for the main show.
Incredible, and he finished third a couple of years ago, so he knows how to get the job done, but that was in a different car. Let's see if he can get the job done in Mutiny. Lights up the bags. Expect a big tip in from this very wild New South Welshman. Hails from Wollongong, just south of Sydney. Here he goes.
Well, the Holden GM Grange, what a beautifully presented car. He stepped up from the earlier model VK Commodore to this, what is one of the most luxurious land barges that is on the planet. And young Craig Whitted, just about 25 years of age, from Wollongong. He's no stranger to this Castlemaine Rod Shop burnout pit, but this new car could potentially be a little bit different. It's a little longer than what he's used to, and I think he's backing a little bit more power these days as well.
Yeah, a little longer and a little heavier, so a couple things to worry about when it comes to the driving of this car, which is worth a lot of points. 10 seconds to go if he wants to make that golden minute marker.
I spoke to Craig. He's
pulled it up a bit early here. He's happy with his efforts all the same. Didn't quite get to the 1 minute marker. I should stress that timer in the top left of your screen is just a reference point. The judges do their own timing, and it's completely up to them if they deem something to be a full minute.
Well, it's funny, I spoke to Craig earlier in the weekend, and he said, you know what, this one is a relatively calm, cruisy weekend for himself. He wasn't looking at hitting the Masters, and he didn't actually believe that in just his second event with his car that he would have the ability to be able to become a number one. But let's go to a quick break. We're going to come back with more action in just a moment.
They couldn't be any better. The people, the product's great, but the people behind the product is very important too. If you need help or if you need anything, they're right there, and they still continue to help us as builders and hot rodders.
We are back live with all the action coming up right now. One of the heavy hitters, Chad, in Steve Nogas, Killer D from Victoria, Australia.
Oh boy, this is a potential winner in the hands of a guy who's got a lot of experience. He'll turn 50 later this week. Hails from Werribee in Victoria, and wouldn't he love to just cap off that birthday in fine style? A big milestone for him. Imagine if he can get the job done here today and become the Burnout Master.
Now, of course, this guy is a limousine company owner. He's Crystal Limousines. And we touched on yesterday the fact that he was one of the first guys to import the Camaros, the stretch Hummers and the like to Australia. Real good guy, real family man. His sons are involved in the sport as well. From BNR engines, instant smoke from Killer B. And that contrast of blue and yellow looks amazing.
I'll tell you what, Bumblebee from Transformers could only dream of being this badass. This thing is wild. Big blue plumes of smoke out the back. The fans love this car. It's one of the most popular, and he cruises it as well. Drops the occasional little skid up Tough Street. It's an absolute weapon. He has had trouble during the qualifiers around the country keeping the blower belt on this car. It shreds it occasionally. There's huge RPM and a massive workload. Yesterday that blower belt survived. He needs another, 20 seconds from that belt right now.
That's another problem he's had. He's keeping tyres on the back of this car. Over 60 seconds. It is just ferocious. 632 cubic inches of big block Chevrolet 1471 supercharger. And man, this thing would make a lot more power than the majority of cars in this field today.
Bang on a minute. And I mean bang on a minute because that was one of the tyres going. He's got one more to go. What an absolute weapon this thing is. Bought it from Milwaukee in the USA, brought it back and built it into a burnout car across 18 months. Gee, this second tyre is really dragging out.
He'll be stoked about that though. He'll know that he's kicked the curse of banging tyres under a minute. Of course, runs with support from the Rod Shop, the people that are bringing us our burnout pit here this weekend. Castlemaine Rod Shop. So, still doesn't have the second tyre off, or has he done that now? Hard to see.
It is worth points getting both tyres down. It is 10 points if you get both of them. So 5 points per tyre. Difficult for us to see if the second one went. I definitely heard one go.
Chad, interesting to note also, we didn't see Steve just pull up and stop and wait for a little bit of a celebratory finish. He decided that he was just literally going to drive it away, and that way he doesn't get points deducted for either having to choose reverse or failing to leave the pad under his own power.
Well, that could be the difference between 15 points right there. If you pull reverse at any point, that's -5, -10 for failure to drive off the pad. A quick word from our sponsors. There's still plenty more to go. We have this party in the middle of Australia as well, not just here in our nation's capital, but Red Summernats in Alice Springs. Check it out at summernats.com.au. And Summernats 31 next year in Canberra is going to go off. Join the conversation on hashtag Summernats, or just tell us how you're enjoying the show so far on our live stream, which is absolutely going off right now.
Crazy,
they are loving it.
Crazy, Chad, to see so many people tuning in from right around the world. We've had people from Finland, from the UK, as we've touched on, from the US, just about every state in the US. Here we go. Qualifier number 4, Dom Lucci in the light 'em up HZ Holden 4-door for Russo Performance. This is an LS powered vehicle, naturally aspirated. No blower, like we've seen from Darren Bromwich, Craig Widdett and Steve Nogas previously. He's relying on the whole carburetor situation.
Yeah, good point, Benny. The first of our NA cars. We did have quite a few of them qualify for the 27 this year, and 4, you're telling me, making it through into the 10. Gee, this thing getting hot already. I thought I saw a little spray of water out the front then as he looped it around. Love the big blue plumes of smoke and the driving skill points as he gets his way all the way up the exits. The judges love seeing that.
That's exactly right. Instead of using the big part of the pad, which is safe, he is using the smaller start and finish line chutes. That's where they grab major driving control because it is so much skinnier. I think we worked out it's about 12 metres in width across each of the chutes. That's the start skinny part and the finish skinny part. The part in the middle, that's about 19 metres in width.
It's tight, especially when you're doing, 60, 70 k's an hour tip-ins. We saw Oddit push the barriers quite literally yesterday, and there goes one tyre at the 66-second mark, so this is good stuff. Farm Truck and Asian running alongside, and the boys from Street Outlaws loving what they're seeing. Dom Lucci in his second appearance in the Masters, first time in the top 10, is putting on a smoke show. Crowd love what they see, Beanie.
Great job by Dom Lucci. He is, and he knows that he's done a great job lapping up all the acclamation from around this massive burnout pad. So Dom Lucci will jump back in. Business at hand. This is the finals. It's all about taking home the win. And with a cool $15,000 up for grabs, first place, you want to make sure you're at the pointy end of the field.
It's that little bit of water I was talking about out the left front. Didn't seem to worry the old Holden at all as he just smoked it up steadily. Quick break here, Benny. More to come.
I'm a man. I'm a natural born lover's man. I'm a man child. I'm a rolling stone.
And we're back live with action right out of Canberra, Australia for the world's biggest horsepower party, the Street Machine Summernats 30th anniversary. And a little earlier today, we've seen the action from our Burnout Championship. That action will resume after we finish our Burnout Masters, our National Burnout Masters. As I like to say, we've got the best when it comes to the Burnout Championship, but the Burnout Masters is the best of the best.
And I tell you what, it's so important doing well in that Burnout Championship because a top 3 spot will automatically qualify you for the Masters in Summernats 31.
Interesting to note, we have got 4 naturally aspirated cars of the 10, 5 blown and injected, and just the 1 blown carbureted combination, which is in fact our defending champion. He's coming up, and for now, it is Rick Fuller out of Victoria with LS1. He's had quite an amount of success with this car. Rick drives right up on the high line. He tips it in. Rather reminiscent of what we saw from the Honor Tirana, but he's pulled it off beautifully, Chad.
And how about the passenger pointing towards the crane camera, knew exactly that was millimetre perfect up there in the corner, right where On It went in yesterday. And I'm happy to say that On It will be back later today as our final burner. What a story that is for the local boys, but we'll get there shortly. Here is Rick Fuller from Melbourne, Victoria. Entrance to the Masters via the red Summernats. He travels the country doing skids everywhere. He's been to Perth, Darwin, Cairns. Here he is in Canberra. His second appearance inside the top 10. 2 years ago, he finished third.
Certainly, as I said, one of the performers of the national burnout scene, no doubt about it. And Fuller has got this LS-powered LS1, hence the number plate. He has got the thing up on the limiter. You don't often hear these blowing cars just raping the limiter, but they certainly are this afternoon.
Smashing it at the top, and I heard a couple of pops there. Clock stops at 67 seconds. That could be the burnout that wins it for this man. The crowd absolutely loved what they saw.
Crowd loving it, going absolutely nuts. I believe we've got the biggest crowd in the house today, unofficially, ever in the 30-year history of the Street Machine Summernats. Have a look at this. This is when he came into the Castlemaine Rod Shop donut pad. Just gets the tail around.
That was amazing work, right to the very limits. We are already halfway through. There's still half to go.
The good old Cougar Bourbons, I'll have 5 thanks. And for those of you overseas, that was a television ad that was run here in Australia, and it was 5, well actually it was one beautiful barmaid standing behind the bar, and the guy walks up to the bar and looks and just gets mesmerised by something other than the Cougar Bourbons, and he orders 5. All right, we're going to the West Aussie now. It is going to be our good friend Colin Byrne in the Suicide Holden Shuttle Van, LS Power as well, plumber by trade, and the West Aussies, they have really represented well this weekend. Check out the tip-in from what is normally a commercial work van.
Oh, and again, gets it around twice on the one spot.
Cool work, Colin Byrne. Was it suicide? No, it wasn't. He was able to pull it off with absolute ease. Now, we see a lot of these guys, I mean, they're not professionals in the sense of the word that they don't get paid to do this. They do this because they love the sport. But the payday, if they get it right, is certainly worth it.
Oh, this could be a big payday for the plumber right now because it's been picture perfect for the first 40 seconds. He's 20 seconds away from what could be just about the perfect skid today. A couple big donuts at the top. The Altona plumbing car is absolutely turning it on.
Saw bits of rubber being spat out. He's still got about 7 seconds remaining before he is able to actually qualify.
There goes one, 3 seconds shy. This is good stuff, though.
Great stuff from Colin
Byrne. Gets the second one out just after the minute marker. Oh, my goodness.
Great stuff from the West Aussie. He certainly has taken a water pistol to a gunfight in that it's a naturally aspirated work van. It doesn't have a good centre of gravity.
Now, careful, Colin. No, don't go put it in the gap there. You've already got the tyres off it. You're just losing points now. No, he didn't need to do that.
No, he's going to have to pick reverse, and that will cost him points.
The crowd don't care, they love it, man. But that could be the difference between winning and losing. The scoring stops, or at least you can't earn points after your tyres are gone, but you can still lose them. And right here, if he grabs reverse, it's going to be -5.
I think he might be right. He's sitting dead centre above the wheels.
Come on, swing it around, swing it around, Colin.
Swing it around.
Swing it around.
I would hate him to be
no
he's
chance.
Boxed in,
No
nice
chance.
and tight. He doesn't have that much steering lock, and he's had to go for the reverse gear. Wow. He had that, as you said, picture perfect, Chad Nayland. He was right up there with the best of them, and that could be his undoing.
It was perfect until that point. and it was past the point where the tyres popped. He just didn't want to give it up. He was having too much fun. Let's relive this moment again. Big, pink, smoky burnout, double tip-in, great driving skill.
As I said, with the centre of gravity not being really his friend too much, you would say that he is a game man. But look, getting totally wrapped up, as we like to say in the industry, the red mist came down. We're going to come back in just a moment. Street Machine proudly bringing us the Summernats 30 event here in Australia, and of course we got to thank Street Machine. They're certainly Australia's biggest and best represented car magazine. Now, Chad Nayland, defending Burnout Master. This guy won it in 2016. Can he do it again? Andrew Poole from Townsville in Eiblein.
It's a big trip from Townsville. I mean, that is a good couple days to get down here for this massive event, and that is instant smoke right there. Give that a tick. That box is cleared. Let's see what the driving scores are like from here on in as well.
Goes the reverse tip in. Everybody else tips in to the inside of the pad. He's brought the car to his right-hand side, and I've got to say that he is the only blown carbureted combination in this field. Hey, again, defending champ. He's beaten there. He's held up the winner's trophy.
Oh, nice.
And it is a taste that
no, he gets the wall.
Yep, I think he's just smacked the wall there.
And that'll be deductions. It is, 5 points for hitting a barrier, so he could still get away with it. Needs to really get to the minute mark, though, and cannot afford another mistake.
We've got about 10 seconds remaining left on the spotter's clock to make sure that he doesn't get the tyres off prematurely.
I think smoke scores are going to be okay, Beanie. This is a very, very foggy skid. All the way out. Bang! Right on 62 seconds. Good timing for the Queenslander. Looking to go back-to-back for the first time in 10 years. Peter Gray, the only man to go back-to-back in the Masters. Can this man do it as well? With a slight tap of the wall, he'll hope the judges didn't see it. But that was a big skid for Eiblein.
Well, certainly was. Andrew Poole, apart from that touch, will be relatively happy. He'll still get out and show plenty of excitement, though. Oh, he knows, though. Check out the, I guess, a little bit of disappointment there. And good call there, Chad. It's not since Summernats 20 that we have seen a winner go back-to-back. Peter Gray winning in 2006 and 2007.
There's the moment on the wall. We had a GoPro there too, so I don't like his chance at getting away. He managed to get it off the pad though. That's what matters. He'll get some more points for that one. Don't go anywhere, because after this quick word from our sponsors, it'll be Lynchy.
Seven down, 3 to go, Chad, and it is certainly one of the absolute crown favourites that's coming up. What he lacks in engine size, he makes up for in driving ability.
Well, I know that the crowd will go mad for him. Just wait for the Lynchy chant to go up. Let's get it happening on Facebook too. Where are the Lynchy fans watching on Facebook Live? Let's listen to this crowd.
Here comes the man that is known as Loose Lynchy. Why is he loose? Because he likes to party when he's not behind the wheel of this KE55 Corolla.
Nobody attacks the pad as hard as this man. No one is as popular. Watch this for driving skill. This guy is unbelievable.
Goes the reverse tip in straight along though. Did he tag the wall?
Impossible.
He tried to go the reverse tip in 360 drive straight through the outside.
And here he comes back through his own smoke with plenty of real estate to work. He'll go around again. And again, can he get one more in? Not quite. Back on the brake pedal, but still plenty of smoke.
Well, Andrew Lynch is one of the guys that travels extensively. He was out at Red Summernats. He's been up to Darwin. He's been across to Perth. He's been up into far north Queensland, all within the last 12 months, which is a massive amount of travelling, and generally takes a huge contingency of other entrance cars with him.
Amazingly, we have more Toyotas than Fords making it through to the top 10 on a score of 2-0, I might mention. And this motor hitting the rev limiter hard, but he's still on it, and he's got to the minute marker. Right as I say it, we start to shed that left tyre. Right tyre gone. He needs to get this car turned without hitting the wall, though. Can he get it? Can he get it? Can he get it? Yes! Right in front of Asian, too, who likes what he sees.
I got to tell you, you have a look at the camber and the lock on this car. It is similar to a drift car. He can point that car and it goes.
Here we go. Here we go. Helmet already off.
Listen to the crowd. Oh, you can tell that he is indeed.
That could be the best burnout we've seen him produce. That was mental. That could be up there. That could get the job done.
I've got to look at this here. I think he tagged the wall just here in the rear.
Oh.
Yeah, big push off the wall. So he's going to lose a couple of points
Maybe
there.
5 for that if he got it.
But did he make it up for the driver's portion with the control?
Well, driver's skill is worth 40 out of the 100 points.
A massive part.
So, you know, that is an unbelievable skid. Was that the winning burnout? We'll know soon because there's just 2 to go.
Well, no matter where you are in the world, we are down under for this Street Machine Summernats 30. We hope that you enjoy what you see here this weekend that much that you book a ticket over the New Year period for 2018 to come and join us.
We had a record crowd this year. The fact that we've gone out to 2 million people this year could suggest that we might have a bigger crowd for Summernats 31. We go from one Toyota to another, and ironically, it's a Toyota that replaced another Toyota. What's the story behind that? We'll fill you in a second, but here comes luxury.
Yeah, we've got Lee McKenzie coming our way with this Toyota Hilux Ute. 377 odd cubes of sprint car motor on board, so lots and lots of revs. And as we said, this Toyota replacing another Toyota of former Summernat burnout master Mick Brasher, who was unable to come due to mechanical damage. So we see that Lee McKenzie got the replacement ride, and here he is. He was able to qualify out of those 27 cars and has got himself into his first ever National Burnout Masters final.
Fancy being the guy who has to follow up Lynch's performance, but he's doing a very good job of it at the moment. His first ever Summernats appearance, one of 13 rookies in the 27 cars yesterday.
Absolutely
of that
crazy.
13, 4 of them made it into the top 10. It's a huge stat, and this is a good burnout from Lee McKenzie. He's ripping this place up.
Are we seeing a changing of the guard? We traditionally see a lot of the same names in the finals come Sunday here at Summernats. Well, a changing of the guard. All these new rookies joining some of our more seasoned competitors. And we are done. Lee McKenzie tyres off it safely at 76 seconds.
Hard to pick anything wrong with that burnout. It was smoky. He used the pad. He got the tyres off it. Didn't see any deductions over 60 seconds. That could be one of those sleeper burnouts that goes under the radar and scores highly.
Look, even if he doesn't take home the win, then there's a very good chance that he could place well.
Yeah, maybe just on the back of that tip-in, on seeing that replay, he may have just got the wall there. Hard to tell.
It was a very rigid setup. Very rigid setup. As he came in, we saw the car bounce. We have got one to go right after this short break.
Summernats 31 is going to be amazing, but the story of Summernats 30 has to be the local drivers. Matt Cowan and Mark Siracusa share a Tirana together, and it's going to complete the Burnout Masters. They're just working on the front of the blower, and this will be a perfect chance to explain to everyone what happened to this car yesterday. The man who's cranking that blower right now put it into the fence in a big way. Let's relive this moment from yesterday. It was a heavy tip in that just unfortunately went wrong, nosing that car in heavily, but it had already been qualified for the finals, Jason, by the man who's about to drive it now, and they've done a huge job to fix it and get it ready.
They certainly have, Chad. Matt Cowan will take to the wheel. He qualified third yesterday, and of course then his partner in crime, the co-owner of that car, came out a lot further down the field, and that was the result from our second driver. The boys are from ACT locally here in Canberra. They've taken it back to the workshop. They have worked all night long to make sure that they can get the car back ready for Matt Cowan to come out and be the final of our drivers here today for the National Burnout Masters.
Crowd loving it, and they really got up for this moment yesterday when Mark Siracusa tried the mother of all tip-ins, and unfortunately it ended up in the fence. No surprise that they had a bit of work to do, and I wouldn't be surprised also, Jason, if this car's got a little bit of stage fright now due to what happened yesterday.
Well, I thought yesterday that the impact, the damage wasn't too bad by the vision we saw, but the word was that the nose cone was firmly pressed up against the blower snout. So it was pushed right in, and by the sounds of things, stage fright is over. They've given it a good kick and said, come on, baby, you need to do this. We are on the main stage in front of the world.
Well, this man finished inside the top three last year as well. So all three of our guys who made the top three in the championship last year progressing to the top 10 of the Burnout Masters. I mean, that is just an unbelievable fact when you look at how good these guys have been.
Well, Matt Cowan, the man behind the wheel, he got second. He was second at Summernats 29. That is what gave him the opportunity. We see the damage, the carnage.
It's already leaking. Let's hope this thing isn't going to overheat and hurt this giant motor. Over 500 cubes. It's leaking a lot of fluid at the front already. Hold on, we've got no, don't tip it in again, no!
Oh! Different driver, same car, very similar outcome.
And how he didn't slip on his own coolant then, I'll not know, because that thing was pouring liquid out the front. He had it all locked up, and amazingly we avoid catastrophe. It's not going to be the winning skid today, but hopefully they can get party mode engaged and finish the tyres off.
Was one of our top 60 cars here at Summernats in 2016. And you have a look at it, the thing is immaculate from top to bottom, front to back.
When we say one of our top 60 cars, we don't mean burnouts, we mean show cars.
I mean show cars. Out of 2,000 entrants, it was in the top 60.
Wild stuff, and this is good to see Matt Cowan now finishing this set off in front of the home fans.
Look, it's all about the show now for Matty Cowan. Had they not had the incident yesterday, then they certainly would have been in with a red-hot go at having a chance at taking home their first National Burnout Masters. But just for them to make today's final is a huge, huge feather in their cap. And I think we are done. Matty Cowan will get out to celebrate with his partner in crime, Mark Siracusa.
The crowd appreciate the story. The fireys are there. Good to see we had a flame-free top 10 today as well. After plenty of big fires throughout the Burnout Championship, even Masters qualifying yesterday was littered with a couple of big fires. But disappointing that they couldn't quite get the job done the way they wanted. Let's just watch this tip it again, Beanie. So lucky that this didn't end up being a complete replica of what happened yesterday.
Again, going deep into the donut pad. Normally, we see them start to tip a lot earlier. Car goes into an understeer situation. Front brakes are locked. And you're right, we are so lucky that we didn't see a take two on day two from the Cowan and Siracusa team of the Honor Tirana.
Gee, oh, there we go. We said it might be overheating. Hopefully that's smoke and not steam coming out of the engine bay, because that thing has been through hell and back here this weekend. Unbelievable stuff. That was 10 of the best. I mean, unfortunately, not the way that On It wanted to go. But, Jason, that was a really cool show. I mean, we spent 12 months building to that moment. It did not disappoint.
Well, throughout 2016, of course, burnout competitors from Australia and New Zealand they had the chance to qualify for what is unarguably the toughest burnout comp in the world. It is the Holy Grail, and I can tell you that every driver wants to win the coveted Burnout Masters crown at least once. And, of course, wow, it's run and done now for 2017. Now, even though it is the beginning of 2017, we will now go about over the next 12 months effectively. We will then go and run through a number of events that are feeder events. We will award different wins to different cars and different classes that will all culminate back here in 2018 for what we like to or think is the grand final.
Well, last year we had 9 events that led up to this moment around the country outside of what we had here in the Summernats. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to be hearing shortly who our winner is, so stick with us for that. Obviously, we'll have more burnouts coming up after that, but first, let's relive the best 10 here at Summernats 30. This was giant stuff, and man, it's going to be really tough for the judges to pick a winner. The highlights from Summernats 30 so far in the Burnout Masters, man, tough to pick one for the judges. Looking forward to seeing exactly how they're going to figure this one out. But yep, that one, Jason, was intense. And, man, I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to take home the big prize.
Well, again, have we seen a changing of the guard, Chad? Have we seen some of the new guys, the new blood coming into the sport that have effectively decided to sign their name in the history book? Or will we see, for the first time in 10 years, a double winner? We're going to come back very shortly. We're going to, of course, take a look at the highlights from our top 10.
Let's relive it. The highlights from the top 10 here at Summernats 30.
biggest thing for me is being with a company that understands what I do and has the same passion as I have. And having that support from PPG is amazing.
Rizlone has been in engines almost as long as engines have been in cars. Why? Because from then until now, there's never been a perfectly clean fuel. This means every time you fill up, you're adding pollutants and contaminants to your fuel system. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner can cure those woes and help save your engine. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner adds an upper cylinder lubricant, providing double the cleaning power out of the same bottle. We know something about aging well, so when we say it's your engine's fountain of youth under a screw top, you can count on it. Rizlone is the original engine tune-up. Available at participating stores near you.
I'm a natural born lover's man. I'm a man child. I'm a rolling stone.
Oh, the National Burnout Masters Finals did not disappoint. 10 of the best skids you can imagine. And we've got some American visitors who have been enjoying the action too. Hey, Summernats, did you enjoy that? Yeah! I think they did. We've got Asian and Farm Truck from Street Outlaws. We've got Kyle and Cletus from 1320 Video. We have been streaming all around the world with special thanks to these guys, Street Effects, and also Street Machine. We have sent the burnouts to over 1.5 million people today. Come on, Summernats, that is something special. The world is watching. Some noise. That is amazing. Asian. This is wild. I mean, we look forward at the end of a NASCAR race to seeing someone do a burnout, so we just made a sport about it.
You know what, let me tell you something. When I walked off of the plane, I was 5'5". I'm 5'8" right now because of all the rubber at the bottom of my shoe.
Can you believe what you just saw? You were covered in rubber. You were absolutely loving life.
You guys should have a clinical therapist on staff full time because all of y'all are effing nuts.
How about Farm Truck? I heard a sneaky rumor that you guys might be hopping in a burnout car soon. Am I right in hearing that?
I think so. Rumor has it that we're going to go for one more ride.
Who would like to see Farm Truck and Asian go for a skid? Anybody here? Yeah! Unbelievable. What did you make of all that? I saw you running, sprinting down next to the tip-ins. You were loving it.
I'm not sure about this event at all, but one thing that I'm 100% sure of is tires are officially on the endangered species list. Australian, they kill tires.
It's what we do here, boys. It's what we do. I want official confirmation from our American visitors. Do Aussies do the best skids in the world?
Hands down, 100%.
If you look up burnout in the dictionary, you'll find Summernats right underneath it.
I think the crowd are loving it as well. Let's go over to Cletus and Kyle. You're the most all-American man I know, Cletus. Did that impress you?
It very much so impressed me. Incredible. I mean, this is the dirtiest, loudest, most mental event I've ever laid eyes on, and I could not be any happier.
I've seen you up close, meeting the fans, meeting the punters. What have they been saying to you?
They all say, "How you going, Cletus?" And then I just say, "This is, we can't even believe it." I mean, we try and explain this to people, but you just have to see it. There's just nothing else like it.
Kyle, we've been live on 1320. 1320 is your baby. What have the people online been saying? Because millions of people have seen this thanks to your help.
Oh yeah, everyone's loving it. We knew that Australia was the home of the best burnouts, and now we're helping to make sure the rest of the world knows it. Australia is the burnout masters.
This is so good. We're not far away from finding out who is going to take out the title of Burnout Master. Anybody in the crowd got a tip? Who do you reckon was the best today? The people have spoken. You guys saw Lynchy's burnout. What did you think?
The man is obviously a crowd favorite, and when he comes here, he could get away with murder.
I mean, Killer Bee's skid was amazing. Luxury was amazing. Any one of those skids, right up until, unfortunately, what happened to On It, could really be in the list. Are our 10 drivers ready to walk on up? I want to know if we're ready to get into this right now. Andy, are we going to send our drivers up just yet? Ooh, waiting to find out if we're good to go. Not just yet. Alrighty, that's okay. Well, what we're going to do then, I'm going to duck in for a quick ad break. We're going to line things up here. We'll hand out some trophies very, very shortly. If you're watching online, don't go anywhere. We're not far away from getting into the Burnout Masters Trophy.
The biggest thing for me is being with a company that understands what I do and has the same passion as I have. And having that support from PPG is amazing.
Rizlone has been in engines almost as long as engines have been in cars. Why? Because from then until now, there's never been a perfectly clean fuel. This means every time you fill up, you're adding pollutants and contaminants to your fuel system. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner can cure those woes and help save your engine. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner adds an upper cylinder lubricant, providing double the cleaning power out of the same bottle. We know something about aging well, so when we say it's your engine's fountain of youth under a screw top, you can count on it. Rizlone is the original engine tune-up. Available at participating stores near you.
I'm a natural born lover's man. I'm a man child. I'm a rolling stone.
Well, we're still having fun here while we wait on the judges. They're deliberating over the scorecards. We have a crack team of 5 judges, and they score things on the level of smoke, also the driving skill, and then the deductions for going less than a minute, not getting the tires off it, not driving off the pad, hitting the walls, all that sort of stuff. So you can imagine the importance of what they're going through right now. I'm still hanging out with my American friends. Here we go. Farm Truck and Asian are still loving life down here, out here in the Castlemaine Rod Shop. The boys from 1320. Guys, we're trying to pass a bit of time here. What we like to do at the end of a sporting event in Australia is something that I've seen you guys have a bit of a sneak peek so far in Australia. Do you have any idea what I might be talking about here, Asian? What do Aussies like to do at the end of a sporting event?
I have absolutely no idea, guys. Please be dear God.
Is this another one of those trick questions?
No, this is no trick question. Kyle, would you happen to know what Aussies do at the end of sporting events?
I have no idea.
They're all trying to avoid it. Cletus knows. Cletus, what do Aussies do at the end of a sporting event?
No idea.
I think they need a bit of help.
I got it.
I think everyone wants to see a shoey.
No!
Wow. Kyle's trying to run away. Asian's pointing the hand. Cletus is saying it's not him. What do you reckon?
Here's the deal. I did a shoey. There's proof of it on the internet.
I did one. I did a shoey as well already. We both did one. So it's not up to Asian and I.
All right, who's it going to be then? That just leaves 2 more people. Who's it going to be? Farm Truck, are you going to have to be the man? wants to see Farm Truck do a shoey? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Farm Truck's only going to do it if we can.
I know what I'm doing.
He's only going to do it if we get the Farm Truck chant going here today, all right? He's going to do it if we get a Farm Truck chant going right now. Do you want to drink, would you like to drink water or beer out of your shoe today? You get the choice. Has anyone got a beer for Farm Truck? Anyone got a beer? This lady's got one. You got a beer for Farm Truck? Let's get a fresh one out here. How are you feeling about this right now, Farm Truck?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm overdue for a beer.
This is Australian tradition. We like to think that we invented. We did invent this. We sent it around to the world. This girl up here is doing a thongy right now. She's literally drinking a beer off her thong. And for our American viewers, a thong means something completely different here in Australia. Has anyone got a beer for Farm Truck? Come on, there's like 10,000 people here. There's got to be a beer here somewhere. It's got to be a full beer here. Someone's got a beer. All right, here we go. We got one. We got one. All right, here we go.
Oh my God.
Now you get to choose a shoe. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Farm Truck is going to do a shoey. Let's get the Farm Truck chant going. Let's go. Farm Truck, Farm Truck, Farm Truck, Farm Truck. Here we go. All right. Beer goes in. Smells good. From Australia to Oklahoma City, let's make some noise. Oh! Yes! Farm Truck, you're a legend. That is what Australia tastes like, my friend. That is what Australia tastes like.
Australia tastes like beer in my shoe? Oh my God, that is awesome. You guys are crazy over here, but you know what? We fit in perfect with you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, around the grounds, that deserves a standing ovation. On your feet for Farm Truck, let's go. Oh my God, up they get, up they get. I cannot believe the absolute bedlam down here. I said it's the biggest party we got here in Australia. When we have a win in sport, we like to drink out of our shoe. That's what we do. Everyone here knows. Now everyone in America knows it. Whew, man, I'm just about to spend the end of a huge Summernats. Cletus, that's what Australia tastes like. What do you make of all this?
Well, a little bit of a question for the crowd. So let's hear who can give it up for Ford. Where are the Ford people? Okay. All right. And the Holden guys, where are you at? That's right. That is right. I'm right there with you, Holden guys. I guess I'm on the mic for a while.
I like these guys. They're fitting in pretty good. All right. We can't be far from a decision. I've got the thumbs up. We're ready. Summernats, know who just won the Burnout Masters. Make some noise. Oh, man. All right, Andy, can we send the 10 forward? Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome, first and foremost, our Miss Summernats winner for Summernats 30. Let's make some noise for Miss Summernats. And behind them is the 10 finalists of the Burnout Masters. Come on, let's tear this place down, Canberra. Here they are, the 10 of the best. Let's bunch for a couple of photos. Hop in, Miss Summernats, as seen on Daily Mail UK all around the world. Asians in there, farm trucks in there. These boys are going to go for a ride soon. 10 of the best burnout drivers you'll see anywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hand the winning 3 drivers. We've got Kerry Digney, famous commentator, here to hand out the trophies. The National Burnout title here at Summernats 30. All thanks to Street Machine and, of course, our friends at Rare Spares. The crowd are keen to know. Here we go, the top 3 at Summernats 30. And we'll tell you right after this quick break. I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to tell you how good Summernats 31 is going to be. Wherever you're watching around the world, you need to be here. Okay, now without any further ado, it's time to celebrate the Burnout Masters top 3 finalists. In 3rd place and ready to take a trophy from Kerry Digney. Ladies and gentlemen, would you make some noise for 3rd place, entrant number 823, LS1, Rick Fuller, 3rd place. Well done to Rick, Victorian here today. Congratulations on a big skid. I know you must be disappointed not to get the job done in 1st place. It was an amazing skid, but congratulations on top 3 again.
Thank you very much. I'm happy as with 3, mate. That's great.
You've done an amazing job. It's so tough just to get here, and you've locked yourself in for next year, so well done.
Beautiful. Save some money this year on travel.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Congratulations. You need it. You've travelled everywhere. Give me a big round of applause. LS1, 3rd place today. Whew. It's warm out here. 2nd place. Entrant number 2277. It's a Toyota. Luxury, driven by Lee McKenzie, is 2nd. Well done, Lee. Your 1st time at the Masters. Here you go, mate, Kerry Digney. Wow. 1st time at the Masters and gets the win. Alrighty, well done. Luxury gets 2nd. Great skid. And that man just appeared in his 1st ever Masters, locks himself in for next year. Huge effort from Luxury. And now it is time. The winner of the National Burnout Masters title for Summernats 30. Entrant number 391, Killer Bee, driven by Steve Nogas. Wow! Now, I know there's a lot of Lynchy fans here, but this man dropped an incredible skid, and he's been doing it for 4 consecutive years. You cannot fault this man's burnout today. Killer Bee was the winner, fair and square. The judges, of 5 of which have deemed him the winner. Congratulations, Steve. That is a long time coming.
Yeah, thanks very much. You know, it's really surreal at the moment. I can't believe it. You know, it's very emotional. You know, you don't get to a competition like this by yourself. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that help us get here. You know, I'd really like to thank Bruce and Owen from Motoractive, Liquid Molly, Maguire's, and 3M. You know, Mark from the Rod Shop, he's obviously supporting the burnout pad now. Luke Quick from Performance Electrics, you know, the best auto elect in Australasia, you know, and, you know, my boys, you know, Josh and Ben, and my 3rd son, Brad, my wife, Anita, thanks very much. I don't know what to say. Brett Nidri, without you, man, this would never happen. That big block streaming, its rods off. So thanks very much.
Here he is. Here's the family. Look at this, tears in all of their eyes. Come on, Summernats, you got to make some noise for Steve Nogas. He's an absolute legend of the burnout scene. Wow. Unbelievable show. Well done. BNR, guys, you must be so proud of what he's done today.
Oh, I'm absolutely over the moon with my old man, driving like a champ, and I can't thank everyone enough that supports him and helps him out. And Brett Nidry, wherever you are, I don't know where you are, but you're a magician, mate. Love your work and thanks so much for all your help.
Unbelievable. Come on, everybody, make some noise for Steve Nogas, Killer B. He is the burnout master. He is your champion. And here he goes. And how about the sportsmanship from Lynchy as well, getting in there and celebrating with them too. Unbelievable. Congratulations to all 10. Congratulations to the top 3. Congratulations to you, Steve. We'll see you again next year.
You will. Thanks very much.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
50 this week, I believe.
Yeah, 50 in a couple of days' time. So, yeah, what a present.
Unbelievable. Go and celebrate with your family. Go and celebrate with the team. That wraps up what has been a monstrous Burnout Masters, but don't go anywhere because the Burnouts are just going to keep going in the Burnout Championship. We are nowhere near done here. If you love your skids, you better get set as the BNR boys run in for more celebrations. We're going to skid this place down. The Castlemaine Rod Shop is going to go off. The National Burnout Masters has been huge. Summernats has been huge, and there's still so much more to go. Let's cross back over now to Jason O'Halloran, who's just so keen to get in right now. Let's keep the skids going till the sun goes down here at Summernats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Phoenix has risen here at Summernats 30, and Steve Nogas is on the top of Cloud 9. He's got the Summernats 30 Burnout Masters Trophy. I think you'll all agree, if you've been to Summernats for a while now, you know the story. How about a big round of applause for Steve Nogas?
The biggest thing for me is being with a company that understands what I do and has the same passion as I have. And having that support from PPG is amazing.
Rizlone has been in engines almost as long as engines have been in cars. Why? Because from then until now, there's never been a perfectly clean fuel. This means every time you fill up, you're adding pollutants and contaminants to your fuel system. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner can cure those woes and help save your engine. Rizlone Fuel Injector Cleaner adds an upper cylinder lubricant, providing double the cleaning power out of the same bottle. We know something about aging well, so when we say it's your engine's fountain of youth under a screw top, you can count on it. Rizlone is the original engine tune-up. Available at participating stores near you.
I'm a natural born lover's man. I'm a man child. I'm a rolling stone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible announcement that was. Of course, Steve Nogas taking out the Burnout Masters for Summernats 30. And joining me back in the commentary box is my compadres, my brothers in burnouts. And boys, no gas, what an amazing burnout from that car.
Oh, absolutely. Like we were sitting up here, I had two connoisseurs helping me out with R Blaster and Fred from Fear. And I'm going, who do you reckon won it? And they're just looking at me, what do you mean?
JB, we need to open proceedings this afternoon with the 2.0 in a little bit of style. Can you please give me a bit of a heads up who's coming up?
We have got Debbie Gray about to come out our way in this beautiful Chevy Camaro. Now, I believe that she has got, now who's she got? She's got Asian on board, I think.
Oh, well,
so because Mad Sam is going to be bringing Farm Truck out a little later on. But for the moment, Debbie Gray coming our way. And she has got very precious American cargo on board in the form of Asian. So great to have Team Gray here with us this weekend. Both, of course, Debbie Gray in this Camaro and Peter Gray in the Nitro HK Burnout Door Slayer. More burnout action coming our way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, we have got 25 more burnouts coming your way. The continuation of our Burnout Championship, Kerry. Great smoke from Debbie Gray out here at the moment. And as I said, I mean, the boys have been enjoying the Aussie hospitality all weekend long, and they couldn't go home back to the US without having one more ride.
That's shredding them. Just leave a trail of tyre carnage behind.
Well, come on, Summernats, let's show some love for Debbie Gray.
Let's see who gets out.
Remembering this car is left-hand drive, Debbie gets out.
That was the old man.
Oh, it was the old man, but we believe that Asian was to be in there, but not to be. So, Debbie taking her husband, Peter, for a ride here this afternoon. Pete bowing to his wife's ability as a burnout driver here at Street Machine Summernats 30. And certainly part of the family right here, there's no doubt. Well, as I mentioned, guys, we have got another 25 of our top 60 in the Summernat Burnout Championship. Still yet to come our way. We are still yet to crown the top 3 from the Summernats Burnout Championship. I hope you're all going to stay with us for the remainder of the afternoon.
Well, I just got told what's going on.
What's going on, Kerry?
I'll tell you as it happens. How about we wind up for the Braves?
Guys,
yeah,
what a skit.
That was great.
You know, it's interesting, the reaction from the Americans when they're here. And, you know, the oldest of the group is without a doubt Farm Truck. And he, you know, between the jet lag and just going flat out for 4 days, he's not used to it. But he got a second wind. And he said, strap me into the meanest car you can. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out in style. Boys, here he is.
He got a ride.
He's ready to go.
Farm Truck on board with Mad Sam and the B&R Engines Ford Capri.
This is an exhibition.
The boys could not go home without strapping themselves in for one more burnout here at Street Machine Summernats. Of course, normally Farm Truck would call a Chevy his home.
He's in a Ford.
He's in a Ford here in Australia. Probably unheard of back in the US of A.
Yeah, they had Capris in America. Not many. Adam with V6s.
Hey, Cletus, we couldn't let you boys go home without one more burnout here in Australia. So, of course, we got Farm Truck strapped into a Ford. That would be a rather unusual thing for him.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. He's definitely a GM, Chevrolet all the way type of guy.
Well, we've got him on board the Blue Oval at the moment.
Looks like it's doing just fine.
Well, tyres just about done, just about off. This Mad Sam Ford Capri. Come on, Summernats, give it up for Mad Sam and, of course, Farm Truck. Well, it's been a big weekend. Cletus from 1320 Video. Been a great weekend, mate. I'm sure, hopefully, this will become an annual pilgrimage for you guys.
I think we're definitely going to be back, and hopefully next year I'll have my own car to skid.
Oh, right. What are you bringing, son? What are you bringing?
Oh, can't release that type of information yet.
Of course you
But
can.
Just know it's going to be bad.
So when we say bad, is it going to be built in Australia bad or brought from the good old US of A?
Oh, I'm building it in Australia, so it has the burnout DNA right inside of it.
Love your work, man. Love your work. Of course, it's been fantastic having Cletus and Kyle and the whole team from 1320 Video with us. We've got to thank them for their support, of course, along with Street FX, streaming to the World Wide Web. Over 2 million views of our burnouts here this weekend. That's crazy figures.
Yeah, that's a lot of people seeing how Australia gets it done on the skid pad.
You're starting to sound like an Aussie there, Cletus.
You know, it's rubbing off on me. It's rubbing off on me. Hopefully it'll carry all the way until I get home, and I'll do a better burnout.
I'm sure you'll go back and start showing those mates of yours back home exactly how it's done Aussie style. So, dude, I've got to say, absolute pleasure having the entire team along with Farm Truck and Asian down here this weekend. It's been our pleasure.
Hey, it's been awesome. We love you guys, Summernats.
Well, Cletus, he's going to stay with us, I think, while we get underway. 25 more cars coming our way with the Summernat Burnout Championship.
You sure it's not 30?
Could be 30. I thought it was 25. Could be 30.
Matching tyres.
Matching tyres. That beautiful gold offset on the back window, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Australia's biggest horsepower party. And who we got, Kerry?
Yeah, Josh Crimmins from Wagga. North Wagga.
I don't think Wagga was big enough to have a north or a south.
Evidently.
I thought it was just Wagga.
Well, we got it.
Well, doing a great job in this this wagon. Hey, Cletus, very quickly, do we get too many? Do we get a lot of wagons, like the family wagons in competition in the States?
Oh, no. All we have is the CTSV wagon. What you guys have that I'm really jealous of is the colored tire smoke. Toyo discontinued those in the States, but coming over here and seeing the beauty of tire smoke and all sorts of different colors, we just love it.
Yeah, no, certainly it is a big part of the show, no doubt about that. The colour smoke tyres, and they come in so many diverse colours these days.
Well, he took them off pretty quick.
Certainly did. That's right. I mean, when you look at the price of the tyres, they are brand new when they start these burnouts. And, of course, there's not too much left on them when they're finished.
You're lucky if there's a tyre there. See you later. It was great to have all the people that's been in our little office today. I mean, it's been fantastic over the last couple of days.
You know what? It's not just Summernats 30. It's all of the Summernats that we have various guests. Of course, Charlie Hutton. If you are into the show and shine side of life, then and you've had the opportunity to meet one of the world's best painters through PPG, then I'm sure it's been an absolute highlight to have met and maybe shook hands and had a photo with Charlie Hutton.
Got a quote.
But for us, it's been an absolute highlight having the 1320 Video boys and, of course, Farm Truck and Asian down here partying Aussie style. And not sure if you guys just heard that, but we had Cletus up here in the commentary box, and he told us that he will be back, but with a car of his own to compete in. And when I said, is it going to be US of A built or Aussie built? And he said, no, man, it's going to be built in Australia, so it's got that Aussie burnout DNA. And we look forward to seeing Cletus come back to Smash Tyres, hopefully as an entrant. Could you imagine that? An American taking home the Burnout Championship win. That would be something for the books.
It certainly would. That would make the boys step up.
I'm loving their 1320 video logo for this weekend as well, incorporating the Australian flag into it. Dave Cafone about to come our way right now. We thought that was his last burnout in this car on Thursday. He is back, baby. One fat rack coming our way.
Oh, that's just amazing. He's smoked us in. We know it's a good skid when they come past us, and we can't see a thing up here. We're relying on the camera guys. Just annihilating that. Just annihilating the huge block. Oh, we've got some fire, boys. Just lit it. I think he picked up from all the rubbish and debris and it's stuck on the car. I don't know whether it's gone out or not. Can't see. But I think that's what it was. Wow. Is that cameraman okay? Just check him out, make sure he's okay. That was a big flare. Pretty sure it was just debris that ignited as he brushed it up on the car. Give him a big wind-up cheer, Summernats. That was a damn good skid. They're checking out, it was the back left quarter, mate. Looks okay now. But you're okay? Wow, that wound him up a little bit. That's just sunburn. Come on, Dave Cafone, he's going to finish this off. May not be a contender, but now that he's going to finish it off. That is a big car. Oh, you can hear him hunting behind us. Another blown car coming for sure. How about our clean-up crew? How about you wind up for the clean-up crew? They've been fantastic, our fireys. They've all been terrific. Show them some love and affection because they do it all for free. And I tell you what, they are the most professional team you're ever going to see at any burnout comp anywhere in Australia. Okay, it's Tom Beltrain. The rusty Toyota.
Thomas Beltrain out of South Australia. About to come our way for the Rod Shop and Danby Auto Repairs.
Another one happened down there, but we had to get out of it for a second. Went straight through. Now he can spin it around there, but he's nearly on the finish line.
Yeah, that's okay. He can turn it around right there on the finish line.
Is he going to pull this off? Yes, he has, by the look of it.
Now, Thomas has had this problem before on sticky pads where the short wheelbase Land Cruiser has understeer problems. The front brakes lock, it locks up the tyres, and then, of course, has major problems trying to steer it. That's the biggest problem for this little weapon. Once it's up and moving, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just when he starts to get caught up. One of the coolest burnout cars in this country.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Toyota should take a few photos of this one.
Oh, look, Toyota should be taking note because there are a huge amount of Toyotas that are a part of the national burnout scene. And of course, Gary, something that we did talk about a little earlier, which we'll touch on in between the burnouts, was the amount of rookies that made the field this year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Thomas Beltrain. Make some noise for him in Inferno.
So I'll just shred these completely. Which he certainly has done and is doing. Line them up. But he's got to get off the pad. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, look, he's been given the red flag, which means moving on. So Thomas Beltrain exiting stage left. All right, about to come our way. He is effectively a renter driver of this car now. He sold it recently. It is Brett Nidri.
It is.
I can tell because he's got the Immortal plates back on board. This ute. And, of course, the brand new owner, Craig Williams, I think will be sitting in beside him, probably taking some pointers on how to go about steering this monster. New car coming for the driver, Brett Nidri, out of B&R Engines. He is Mr. B&R. Here comes Immortal.
Lots of RPM. Lots of RPM. Kept it in. Well, he's down right in front of you guys. Look at that, he's back here in front of us. Oh, has he had a clip there? Has he clipped? Just looked like the surround on the tail light on the right back has moved away from the body. Have to wait and see.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that he's put the tail into a concrete barrier, Brett Nidri. Good skid, though. Normally we see a lot higher revs from this guy. But still, I guess it's not his. That's right. That's what we've got to take into account, is that it's no longer his engine or car.
Yep, so to get a ride and that sort of deal, that's pretty good. Probably the deal is, if you break it, you own it back again, or you better fix it.
Well, that's certainly been the case with a number of the engine builders when they've had steers of their customers' cars or the like. Well, job done right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the last time you will see this man behind the wheel of this car. Give it up for Brett Nidri and Immortal.
Pretty happy.
So, Brett, as I mentioned during that skid, he has sold this car and the engine to Craig Williams. The car will be renamed, and of course Brett Nidri on the build with a brand new car out of the B&R Engine stable.
Well, the old girl says, I don't want to leave.
Stuck on the tyres.
Guys, I pulled myself to the bottom end of the track now. It's a mess.
Well, we figured it might be.
Morton's just struggling. He's right down on the suspension. It's not so much he wants to bring it out. This is the problem with these guys. They're dropping them down onto the suspension. It's hard to make him move.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, he had this problem yesterday.
Yeah, we did. He's actually on the suspension mounts. Backwards is okay because it's got the camber of the road. It's just the resistance. There's nothing. It's like driving on ice. Here we go. Now, coming out the back, I can tell you, we've just got scrape marks and oil marks and chunk marks. And, you know, there's spots where cars have just completely puked their guts up at the bottom end here. These cars are coming in nice, but they are going out ugly.
Well, word is that Brett may have tagged the wall with the rear of the car, Kerry.
Yeah, I got a confirmation.
I've got a right-hand rear corner tag, Jace. Just a nice light one, enough to knock the light out.
Hey, don't forget to stick around, guys. Right to the very end, we will be giving away our Castlemaine Rod Shop signage.
Oh, here we go.
And, of course, remembering that it would look great in any man cave, shed or garage. Here we go, all right.
Yeah, Tim Barbie.
It's an Austin A50.
Yeah, we got it all written down in front of us. We don't need you to tell us.
Oh, the guy wouldn't stop talking about it, and it is as neat inside as it is out.
It's a great-looking car. Tim Barbie's his name. He's from Heathmere in Victoria. And he hasn't enlightened us to what's powering it up. It sounds like an LS.
Well, part of the willful damage crew, by the look of it. Sam Davey and the crew, made of his. The Austin 850. I've got to say, in over 25 years of being in this industry,
You've never seen one?
I've never seen one.
Well, I used to see them a lot, but not as burnout cars.
They were on the street in,
They were.
in 1958.
That's about when you started to show up.
Me? I was 12 years later than that.
You only that young.
Stop it. I feel like I was born in 45.
That's a year before I got it.
Got him down here right at the end line, guys. Right at the end, he just pulled 3 donuts. Right at the very end.
Great work from Tim behind the wheel of this Austin A50. Such a unique car. And if you get a chance, the paintwork on this is spectacular. Very, very deep golden yellow.
Yes. That was close.
And
There's
the brights.
one. And the water's coming too.
Oh, just bangs the wall.
Yep. And took the 2 off.
Have a look though. They don't build them that tough anymore. There's no damage at all. The bumper's not. Well,
Oh, just a little crease.
Yeah, a small little crease down low, Kerry.
Yeah, he'll fix that. And the old English steel.
Oh, gotta love this. Ladies and gentlemen, this deserves a big round of applause. Hands up for Mojo. What a great car, Kerry. What a car.
You've got to admire the man, mate. You reckon you think out of the box. How would you find one this pristine? And then how would you be prepared to do this with it?
It is like ice out there, I tell you.
See, I would have punted it was an Austin Cambridge. But if he says it's an A50, it's an A50.
Hey, do you remember that car, the quintessential car in Street Machine magazine that was made one of the top 10 influential cars featured in the magazine of all times, Overkill? Do you remember Overkill?
Yeah, tell me more.
It was the blue Falcon Coupe supercharged engine with the XC Falcon front end with the square lights.
Yep, vaguely.
Yes.
That's what this thing reminds me of. This next car out of New Zealand, shades of Overkill, low life, and this car on its own with these injection stacks, Jace, it revs like a mother.
Yeah, it certainly does. The low life XC utility, big chop in the roof, and we've got
out of Napier.
Is that a Kinsler injection system, guys?
If it's uneven, it is an Enderling. If it's even, it could well be a Kinsler.
Yeah, well, we can't tell because of the K&N filters, but we have got Arnie Donaldson about to come our way.
Is that Arnie?
It's Arnie. I'll be back on the burner.
Throwing the thongs out the window.
The jandals.
Yeah, the jandals.
They're throwing the jandals out the window. They filled the chili bin for the drive back to the airport.
Yeah, it's too far to go without a chili bin.
Met a couple of chicks named Barbara.
Yeah.
So Shane Arnie Donaldson.
The amazing thing about New Zealand, I was there 2 months ago, mate. There ain't many sheep left. There's a lot of cattle.
Well, that's the funny thing is there's not a lot of apples on the apple aisle, and there's not a lot of sheep on the North Island of NZ.
Not anymore.
He's from Napier, Hawkesbury. So great to have the 5 Kiwis across here competing. I hope it becomes a regular occurrence.
So do I. It's fantastic to see them coming across. It's not as inexpensive deal as you would think. It's from a couple of guys I've talked to going the other way. It's reasonable.
Well, as
And
I said,
fast.
hopefully we will see the New Zealanders return. They came in a force of 5 this year, and we look forward to seeing them back again. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Arnie Donaldson with Low Life. Great job by Low Life. Now, a car that I have not seen until yesterday, I think it was. If not yesterday, it was on Friday, is the wide open VE wagon, about to come our way. Who we got there? Let's have a look. For tyres and exhaust, the tyres and exhaust centre for By Performance. I think it's not a wagon, it's a VE like GDS, and it's out of WA from memory. Yep, Usher, WA, Michael Heyman.
Now, guys, he made a big impression. He featured on the highlight reel wide open. This next car on the start line is a real dark horse in this competition. And I can tell you, following him is no less than 4 supercharged cars in the normal competition.
I know.
This is just going through the roof, boys.
It's crazy, isn't it, Racing Jason? Absolute craziness.
Just don't go anywhere. Please don't leave. Please don't leave.
In years gone by, we would have seen these guys as our burnout masters. But the field is that tough these days to try and get into that these guys are now forced to be a part of effectively our feeder class to the Masters, our Burnout Championship.
And this car on the start line, like I said, he's come out of left of field. He hasn't been a regular. And the way he attacked yesterday, and that's the only way to describe it, he attacked the pad here at the Castlemaine Rod Shop Burnout Track. And he's back here. He's earned his place after doing a hard time yesterday. And he's got 1 run left. And just, Kerry, I think we are about to see something very, very special.
Yeah, keeping him hanging on like that, they're still trying to get some of this stuff off the track. They're trying to give him as good a track as they possibly can. So the boys are off. It's all clear. Tell you what, it must have been a good burnout. I'm picking up smoke and tyres off oil. It was oil. And I'm picking up bits of tyre off the microphone.
Is that right? Michael Heyman coming our way from the far west of Australia in this supercharged VE HSV. And as I said, I only saw this car for the first time a couple of days ago, and man, am I impressed.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Got his circle work done in the skinny part, which seems to be the challenge these days. Let's get that circle work done early. There he is. He framed it for you. You can't get a better shot than that. Oh, a little bit of fire. Is he going to get away with that one?
Well, the name is wide open, and he has got the throttle wide open at the moment. Great skid right there. Michael Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the west. Nosed right up into the concrete. Has he tagged the wall hard?
Oh, that doesn't look good.
It doesn't look like he's just got the thing parked up there. It looks like, yeah, it looks like he may have gone in with a little bit of angriness.
Smoked it over, we can't really tell.
Well, either way, that's going to affect his scores and his chance to become a Summernats Burnout champion.
Gave it a good hard shot, was prepared to bend panels.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, give it up for wide open Michael Heyman from WA. Well, as you said, Race and Jason, we have got another whole lot of supercharged cars coming our way. The next man sustained a bit of it was a weird one in 2016. Had a bit of a backfire. Flames came out through the grill of this car. Has travelled all over the country from WA up to the far north of Queensland. He's done Darwin. He's been to the Red Centre. Jeremy Bond. They call him Bond in the Fat WH. Full leather. Full luxury. This thing has got it all. And of course, when we saw him out a day or two ago, man, one of the best skids I've seen from him. Here comes Jeremy Bond and Fat WH.
Now, look at the RPM. Got the first part of that. He got the B in, and then the O we had to work with.
Struggling with the end.
Yeah, not quite getting that. D's and nearly O's, so we'll get that one in all right.
Halfway through his mandatory time period of 60 seconds. Just pedaling to keep the thing off the wall. Now he whips it around again with some angriness.
That was serious.
Great driver control here from Jeremy Bond. Good old Jezza. One down. He's got 4 seconds remaining. Oh, he's safe. Truly love to see Jeremy step up.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Has done what is required and done it exceptionally well.
Oh, I'm just wondering whether he had a moment with the wall then. Dancing with danger out near that concrete barrier.
Where's one gone?
Well over 75 seconds when the second one went. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Jeremy Bond, Fat WH. Good stuff, Jezza. You've got through 2 skids consecutively here at the Street Machine Summernats without incident, whether it be some sort of drama with the engine or fires. He has got through it beautifully.
Don't know why he backed off.
Good. Force of habit. Force of habit.
Yeah.
Just not thinking.
Yeah, that just cost him 5 points. Now the fireys want to have a look. No extinguisher yet, though.
Do you know what, boys? It is seriously, it's really come down to a mathematical situation where, if you come up 5 seconds short, so from 55 seconds to 60 seconds, I should say from 54 to 59 seconds.
It costs you plenty.
10 points.
Yeah.
That's savage.
That is savage.
Reverse away from a wall, there's another 5 gone. Well, Jeremy Bond, Fat WH, makes his way out as we do a quick clean-up and get ready for a Queenslander to come our way. Next up, it is going to be Graham Rowe with the Gamble XE panel van. Of course, Graham Rowe, no stranger to this Castlemaine rod shop burnout pad. He's been here many, many times before, and in fact, used to compete or contest all of the burnout rounds in a car called O2 Skid.
Where are the Ford fans? Have the Ford fans gone home or are they still here?
Yeah, where are you Ford lovers?
Here we go. Where's this one from?
Queensland.
Where are the Queenslanders? All right. Want to hear some cheering on this one?
Well, little sticker on the windscreen, under construction. Still getting everything sorted. Wipes the sweat from the palms of his hands as he gets ready to accept the green light here at the Summernat Burnout Championship Finals. Here we go. Here comes Gamble.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the yellow works with the blue nicely.
They want to stand out. A little bit of colour. I guess we could call this lemon twist. Look at this. Contrast yellow against what the guys do with the white. Stays there, seems to linger longer. Gives the judges an opportunity. Whoa, did he touch? Wow, that might have been close. I just saw the back of the van just up there. He might have got away with it. Let's see, I'll tell you right now. No, he got away with it. No, it's okay. It's all there. Now, yellow turns to white. He's taken the colour off. There goes one. There goes two. Just about stereo.
Ladies and gentlemen, comes out of nowhere. Give it up for Gamble!
Graham Rowe.
Didn't touch the wall at all, guys.
No, it looked like it, but gee, when he came back around, the paint was pristine. Then did it all, backed it off, did the whole thing the right way.
Tell you what, not a bad drive at all. Riding solo, thought he hit it twice on the walls, and Kerry just millimetre. I mean,
Close.
Followed the Grand Master, the Godfather, Chick Henry. How was his parking?
Oh, it was pretty good. Pretty good. He's had that car a long time. He knows exactly how wide it is.
But it was millimetres away from the wall.
That's all that counts, mate.
Well, look, the blown cars continue here at Summernats 30, and this is a big title to be winning. And you guys know the prestige involved in winning the regular burnout comp here. It's a huge badge of honour for these guys, isn't it?
Oh, Meg, you talk to any of them, they'll get invited all over the place now.
They do. Speaking of all over the place, we talked about our Victorian friends, our Queensland friends. Where are the Victorians? Are the Victorians still here? What about our guys from South Australia? Where are our South Australians? Ooh, not bad. WA? Well, see, they catch the last flight out tonight. What about our local Canberrans? Where are our local Canberrans?
Well, we got plenty of them.
You guys can drive to work tomorrow. What about the Mighty Blues, New South Wales? Where are you guys?
How many Canberrans have we got here? Where's all the ACT people?
Oh, yeah, they're here.
Oh, one lady walking down the stairs over there in the blue T-shirt, yes?
Look,
welcome. Hello, how are you?
How about we have a crack at this, because this will be good. In all honesty, guys, just try and go as quiet as you can.
All right.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask anybody from outside of the country of Australia make some noise. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Our international people have come a long way down to the Summernats, and we thank all sorts of people. But these guys have had to hop on a plane and come from another country. How about we give our international visitors a round of applause? Summernats, make some noise! It's truly an international event now, isn't it, boys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was just talking to Chad Naylor a moment ago about the stream, and even as he just said a moment ago, if people could be here, they would much prefer to be here in person than watching it via a live stream. But we today alone, I think we've eclipsed well over 1.5 million that we've streamed to.
It's been crazy, James.
And yesterday was over 2 million people that the live stream from the qualifier for the Burnout Masters went out to. That is nuts, people.
It's just crazy. And of course, just back down at a track level, guys, I want to draw your attention, just do a quick dance around the track so you can see who we've got here in the black and the red of the Fireys. And, of course, in the green jackets are our media people. And then, of course, on the track in the bright yellow are our quick recovery guys. All of these people are volunteers, and I know we talk and harp on about them, but without them working flat out for the last 4 days, you wouldn't have seen as many burnouts as you have. How about a big Summernats round of applause for our track staff, guys? Come on, make some big noise.
Hey, Race and Jason, while you're down there, especially where you are, now to your left-hand side is a young lady that is seeing the burnouts for the very first time, part of our Maguire's judging team. Yes, Carolyn, I'm referring to you.
Absolutely.
Yes. Get her perspective. She is a drag racer.
So you're a drag racer. First time you've seen burnouts like this at the track. What are your first thoughts?
These guys are insane. I don't know how they can do that to an engine.
Well, is there any chance you've got Mad Mark Hayes standing next to you? I mean, you guys are the drag king and queens. Any chance we might see a little bit of burnout action from you, Mark?
Not a chance. It hurts my ears listening to these engines. It hurts my ears.
Mark, earplugs.
But, if it hurts your ears and it freaks you out, you wouldn't have stuck around as long as you have. So has a scratch been developed? Are you going to itch it one day for us?
The only burnouts I'll ever do will be on the start line, but it's been really good to come down here and watch it this close up. But I've got a new respect for them, that's for sure.
Well, you know what, Kerry and Jace, famous last words. Oh, no, we won't come out like a couple of years from now. Debuting Mark's brand new burnout car.
With Carolyn behind the wheel.
The bug bites, doesn't it, boys? The bug bites.
Terribly.
Well, it only cost you an odd engine now and again.
Do you know what the next step is? Is putting Carolyn into a car.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mark is a perfectionist as a drag racer, and I think he's the one. He's the one.
I mean, Mark's got one of the toughest pro street cars in the country.
Jace, he had the fastest street car for many years in Australia. All right, here we go. What do we got coming our way, boys?
Well, the car's name is Carnage. The driver's name is Sean Kahn from New South Wales.
Come on, Holden boys and girls. Holden boys and girls, on your feet, make some noise. Let's go! Carnage!
he's got me.
Sean Khan is one of those guys that has got the hardware. He's got the ability. He just hasn't had the right break to be able to put himself up towards the pointy end of the podium.
I'll tell you what, he's trying to make a break for it now. This is incredible.
Great skid from the Carnage BS Commodore. Sean Khan pedaling it very nicely.
Had to back it out. What a shame.
Again, that will cost him points. Very, very valuable points. Well, the front bumper clip hanging off. Not sure whether if that's because he's had some sort of impact.
Yeah, he backed out, so I say he tagged. He smacked it.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sean Khan and Carnage.
Hell of a run there, hell of a run, hell of a car. Light tag, couple of tags. I'm sure he can fix it up. These guys are pretty resilient. They know how to put them back on the track pretty quickly. The most important part of these cars, obviously, is that engine and driveline. That's the big dollars, isn't it, boys?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've seen Sean Khan destroy the rear end of that car at Sydney Dragway. Yeah, I think early last year or possibly even a little longer. But, man, he went back, he rebuilt, he came back, and he is stronger than ever.
All right, have a look at this thing.
Well, we go from Carnage to being scattered.
Oh, I love this car.
Sounds like my weekend at Street Machine Summernats.
Sounds like my weekend at Summernats now.
There's plenty of carnage throughout the weekend, and then by the time we get to Monday, I'm scattered.
Just the presentation on this thing, you know. I mean, I know it's all black and gold. That's simple. Yeah, but it's just been. He's done it right, hasn't he?
Well, buyperformance.com on the side. Another West Aussie car about to come our way. And by the looks of things, it is going to be Daniel Grime from Kelmscott in Perth. The 99 model Holden Commodore. So 5.7 litre with an 871 on board.
Nice controlled in the revs department. Not too crazy. Does what he has to do. Just on it from the start. Now he's starting to find the river limiter now. Hear the fluff at the top end.
I can imagine it's just getting tougher and tougher out there. I was out there when I gave those trophies away,
yep.
Mate. It is sticky as. That's as good as the start line on most drag strips.
I stepped out there just to congratulate Steve Nogas a little earlier. Boy, won't there be a party at the Killer Bee?
Oh, yes.
Transporter tonight.
I think it started.
I think it has.
Wow.
Bits of tyre being flung into the air from our scattered.
I don't know whether he reversed out or he just turned it out.
No, I just think he threw a big bit of belt out.
Don't forget our Castlemaine Rod Shop signs. We're going to hand those across the fence a bit later on, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, after I swipe on myself.
5:30 today, of course, we're running all the way through. Kerry's going to come down for the trophy presentations. And, Jace, you and I are going to hand out some signs. That's going to be pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. So make sure you stick around. We will be passing signs across the fence to those that go nuts.
Yeah, there's not a sign for everybody. Not everybody's going to get it.
No, that's right.
So when we pick somebody out, we want to pick somebody out who's been on the fence, who's dirty.
Somebody who's deserved.
Oh, yeah. We are, you know, we've been known to take the odd bribe or two, and I think we'll have to resist that this time, Jace.
Oh, if there's cans involved, that's going to be very difficult.
Depends on what cans we're talking about. Okay, now we go back to the start line. And
I was thinking alcohol fluid filled.
HZ.
Yeah, Andrew Chappell coming our way. Car newly repainted. I've got to tell you, best skid I saw from Andrew Chappell the other day that qualified him for today's finals. So here we go, Andrew Chappell in Pops HZ. Good start from Andrew Chappell as he drives the big wagon down into the centre of this Castlemaine Rod Shop burnout pad.
Certainly getting some circle work going now.
Well, timer is on. Now, of course, we must remind everybody the timer up on the big screen or on your screen at home.
It's
that
critical.
is it's an indication. The judges have their own stopwatch. We use it purely for purposes so we can keep a rough estimate of the time.
Yeah, this guy is so good.
He is. Andrew Chappell is a great driver.
Okay, there's the minute come up on that big screen timer. How good is the timer function now, lads? Just tells us what's going on. 60 seconds, box is ticked. He's in freestyle now. Pops HZ.
Well,
such a cool looking car.
He's delaminated one. Now I think
that's
the
a
other
big
one.
round of
Oh,
applause.
fire underneath, guys.
Fire underneath the
Transmission.
sump. We saw that big puff of white smoke. Andrew Chappell hasn't realised that the fire is in underneath at the moment.
Wow. Now, guys, keep an eye on the fireys. Watch what they do here. We've got one lead fiery. He's going to tell the others what to do.
It's
Fire
still
goes
there,
out.
underneath.
Under. Big hit. There we go.
Hey, Jace, I've got to say, I have never seen such a professional group of fireys
They're awesome.
ever.
They're awesome. But let's just watch them, Jace. Let's follow them through.
No,
We've got 3 on the ground, 2 in the air. They're controlling. The track controller now comes out with the hat and the orange overalls, I should say. Down, they're calling for some help down the side here, saying, we need another one. Down comes another one. They ask for a different type of fire extinguisher. They identify the flame, what it is, and hit it hard. It's still running. So there's a good chance they're going to let him drive off. Because remember, the points come, Jace, when he drives it off.
Yeah, absolutely. His points have now stopped because of the fact that, one, he's got the tyres away, but secondly, we've had a major fire incident where all the fireys have had to run in. So, what I was impressed with then, Jace, was when they popped the bonnet, there was a fiery covering every corner of the guard, the nose cone, and around the opposite guard as well.
Have a look at the track recovery guy. He's pushing him out the way and saying, no, I don't want to clean this up. He's dropping the kitty litter on already. So what they're saying is just take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. There's something coming out of the back of that car that doesn't look too good at all. It is not a pretty colour. I think it's a trans.
Yeah, smoke is coming from the centre of the chassis. So I dare say
that tranny right out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, watch these guys now. So our fireys have now gone back. They collect themselves and get them sorted out. Out come the track recovery crew.
They ascertain what the fluid is.
It's oil of some sort.
Well, we knew it was tranny fluid. I'd pretty much guessed tranny fluid based on where it was. But Jace, you can tell that they run out. They make sure if it's coolant, they just start brooming.
Oh.
But if it's not, down comes the. Now you've got Jeff Holder beside you. What are they using?
Oh, just quickly, they've got so many brooms in there, they're pushing each other out the way to actually do it. This, unfortunately, isn't Jeff. This is 2.0 Jeff, been right next to me, but...
It looks like 2.0.
There's that many brooms, and they're like, they can't get the brooms in quick enough. Oh, look, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We have the guys who come out and do the burnouts for us. They're awesome. We have the top 60 cars. They're incredible. The Go to Woe. We have the dyno guys. We have the sound off. But, you talk about burnout track crew. Now, we've all got our famous burnout pads and our favourite ones around Australia. But it goes without saying that the Summernats recovery crew have to be some of the best in Australia. These boys in blue deserve a round of applause, guys. Look at them go.
Well, Chase, as you know, I travel fairly extensively throughout Australia with different burnout events. And I've got to tell you, hands down, not even a contest, that these guys, both the track crew and our fireys, are the best I've ever seen. And that's not just a, blowing it up your pocket.
Yeah.
That is telling you
as it is.
The fireys efficient. They're straight onto it.
Now,
they know what they're doing.
I caught sight of a car for the first time, and I laid down a very, very bold prediction. that it was indeed the underdog of the event in the general competition. And this car from New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, in my own personal opinion, has the ability to win this event today. We may be able to see something very special right now, Jace.
Yeah, I agree. We have got Braden Smith, 468 cubes, big block Chev. Big block. It is called Haunt You from New Zealand out of Auckland. Here comes Braden Smith in this beautifully prepped big block powered VF Holden wagon.
Now, I would have thought there wasn't enough room for 4 pipes.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got him out the side there, Kerry. I don't know how he's done him.
Maybe there's an inch or two in the front of that car as well.
Well, this was a stunning burnout, and he's doing another good one right now. Up the back, hold on to it, son, hold on to it. Whoa, right up the top.
Oh, no, they come back behind the door.
Oh, how about this?
Yeah, you made it.
Absolutely amazing. Seconds to go on the mandatory timer. There he goes.
Yeah, you might be right.
He's safe on the time. Don't get yourself caught up, old mate. Don't get yourself caught up. You are in with a chance here. Oh, no. He was in with a major chance.
Oh, heartbreak.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think he deserves a massive round of applause. Make some noise! Oh. Well, just having a look at the driver's side rear quarter panel on that one, guys.
Yeah, a little bit of carnage there.
I tell you what, that would have been a real tough one to beat.
Hey, Jace, I tell you what, if Braden Smith decides that he's going to continually skid over here in Australia, you know what's going to happen? He's going to be like Russell Crowe, and he's going to be like Split Ends. He's going to become an Australian.
Look at that.
Oh, that was some of the best driving I've seen.
That was good.
That was good. A full-size VE wagon doing donuts. I'm sorry. That's the area for Tony Della Villa, Kerry, not a Commodore wagon.
Yeah, that was a 2-step.
Wow.
Well, probably one of the longest wheelbase cars in the wagons, and he negotiated it like an absolute pro.
Look at this next thing.
Oh, g'day, mate, I'm a spastic.
Michael Pratton.
For Studio 4 Signs and Design, it is politically incorrect, the name of this car, but it is what it is. It's a spastic.
He's back. Sometimes we just sit here and we say, what can we say? This guy is doing everything pretty well, perfectly.
Michael Pratton is doing himself a real favour out here at the moment, Kerry.
Pretty wild, but it is all control.
We just had a major win pickup, guys. It's really starting to clear the smoke quickly. Have a look at this thing go.
Oh, get it around. Get it around. Oh! Tags the horse, unfortunately.
He was so close. Just a quick tag on the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Studio 4! See what I did there, Jase?
Yeah, I saw what you did. You're scared. Told you it was politically incorrect. Hey, look, I'm going to say, now Michael Pratton is a new name to most of us. Do you know, in the Burnout Masters, through the qualifying, there were, of the 27, there were 13 rookies, brand new names, right? In the finals, the top 10, there were 4 rookies of the 10 that we've never heard of before, or they've never been a part of the Masters before. Changing of the guard, people.
Have you guys had enough? Do you want to go home and have coffee and cake, or do you want some more burnouts? I think they've all fallen asleep. Do you want some more burnouts? I think we need to keep feeding them. Should we feed them some more?
We've got cake up here. Could you bring some coffee up, please, Jace?
Should we feed them, boys? How about we feed them this thing? Do you reckon that'll keep them happy, Kerry?
Yeah, Nathan.
Nathan Prito out of Newcastle.
Oh, look at the size of the pulley on the blower. I can hardly see it.
It was a good qualifying skid yesterday too, if I remember rightly. Brand new, big block. Well, excuse me, I've arrived. Nathan Prito's in the house. Just making lots and lots of what we all want to see. Comes back down. Is he coming all the way through? No, he checked it in. Going back again. Nice big 360. Here we come. Overcast. Well, just watch. Well past the time, so whatever he does now, his bonuses for him. I didn't hear the tyres go off, but they sometimes just go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise!
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Oh, I tell you what.
He did have a little clip.
I think that's as good as anything we've seen already, Kerry.
Yeah, Nathan Prito, but evidently I'm getting told it was just a little tap.
Far out. Look at this thing. And drives it out the back door. This late in the day, he's waited so long to do his burnout. What a fantastic car. What a contender.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Coming out next should be Trent Basenden from Melbourne, or Endeavour Hills. Should be a little Tirana.
Heading towards the, just getting shy of 4:30, Kerry, on my clock. How does that look for you?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
Well, mate, don't forget 5:30. We're giving away signs down here. Make sure you stick around for the...
Well, you reckon anybody's going to leave? How many do you reckon's out there?
I'm hoping they won't, mate. I'm hoping they won't, because when Tiranas like this come up the start line, you just don't want to go anywhere. And it's EFI, if you don't mind, Kerry.
I'm looking. How neat and tidy's that. So, Jason, you're going to have a look down the back a little bit and give us an idea how many we've got left? Okay, there's still a few to go. We might be on OT. We're allowed to go. Are we allowed to go through to 6 on Sunday? We'll find out real fast. Oh, this is pretty tasty. On the limiter, which is what you've got to do sometimes with an aspirated engine. Just keep it up in the rev range, right up there. Keep that wheel speed happening. There's one. We're looking for two. Slides it into the pit. Probably might... Oh, there it goes. I was just about to say maybe that was the wrong way to get that tyre to go, but he's got it off. Yeah, he's facing the guys on the hill. He says, how about that? Thank you. Turns it around. He says, I'm out of here. Now he's got to get it out. And he manages to do that. That was Trent Bassin.
Great job, Trent. Hey, well, look at this very, very quick opportunity. Just want to say happy birthday to one of our photographers down there, Samantha. Great job. Happy birthday.
Happy as we even lit a candle for you, didn't we, mate?
We did. Enjoying your cake up here in the commentary box nicely.
Yeah, nice. Really nice piece of cake. Thank you so much.
The Walker.
It's all right, yeah.
The good old Walker, eh?
Okay, Steve Alcatraz. Is that how you say that? Alcatraz. Yeah, you better get your glasses.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Steve Alcatraz about to come our way out of Melbourne, out of Burwood East. Got this Holden Bellina, the VX Holden Bellina.
Yeah,
LS Power.
Yeah, the world car. I don't mind saying that.
Walk GMH. I tell you what, these boys put on a good skid yesterday. Friday. Thursday. The other day.
Trying to remember, we have seen it before, and it was a good skid, and he's sort of trying to live up to it too.
Well, Kerry, when we reflect back on this weekend, Thursday was a short one. I think we had
just the Masters that they hadn't qualified to get into the qualifying.
Yep. Then Friday, good 7-hour session.
Yes.
Yesterday we did 9 hours here at the Castlemaine Rod Shop. Yep. From 9 through until 6.
Wow.
And it's been another 9-hour day today.
Who's complaining?
No complaints. Best seat in the house.
Look at this stuff.
And we're clean, Kerry.
We managed to. Oh, no, I got a little bit on me. You just can't help it.
When we look at ourselves compared to Mr. Mackley down there, looks like
you can actually recognise him.
He looks like he's from Papua New Guinea.
Well, there's one away. I think there's 2 away. Just one went bang, that's all.
Oh,
I dare see you were...
Walk GMH up against the wall. We'll have to pick reverse. He's going to celebrate right there, guys. Give it up for Steve and Walk GMH.
Yes.
Nice
We know why he calls it that.
Nice looking. Kerry, they're like the Group A wheels, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a nice wheel. He just gave himself 5 points away.
Great skid from the VX Commodore, the Bellina.
Oh, God, bro. Love it, love it. Well, we are starting to come towards the tail end of the field, guys, but we have saved some of the best till last.
Do you know what? This is one of the toughest 6-cylinders that I have ever heard.
Yes, and
what
it
is
ain't a Holden.
EAEB.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And number plate, bark.
Have a listen
Man,
to
this thing's bite is bigger than its bark. There's no doubt about it.
Straight methanol on the 4-litre with a little 471.
What's old mate's name?
His name is Glenn Taylor. He's from Casuarina in Kuwana.
So, WA boy, about to come our way for Nel's
How's the
Nel's
blower
Alley
wine?
Mods.
How's the blower wine in this
Yeah,
thing?
crazy. Considering it's only a little 471.
I think he's turning it pretty tight, actually. How big's the pulley?
It's actually quite a big pulley,
Yeah,
Kerry.
it
I'm
is.
standing right at the guard now. It's
Well,
got
you need to look at the one on the crank. If it's a big one on the on the blower, you need to have a look and see if it's a little one on
I'm
the
not
crank.
going under there, mate, but I love the Mad Max grill on the thing on the pulley guard.
It's a crazy car.
Let's smash some tyres with it. What do you reckon? Where are the Ford people out there? Ford fans, make some noise. We're about to smash a set for you on a Sunday afternoon at Summernats 30, courtesy of the Castlemaine Rod Shop. Jace, take us in.
WA people, make some noise. Here comes one of your own. The 6-cylinder, blowing carburetted beast. Have a listen to this bad boy. All the way from Kwinana in Western Australia. Geez, they've got the tune up absolutely spot on right with this one.
Yeah, he takes it right up on the limiter. We've got to find out where that is.
I don't know, but that's some serious RPM he's got going there.
Oh, this is that blower wine. I can hear it going away from us.
For those of you still joining us on the World Wide Web, This is a Ford sedan, family sedan from, I think, what, about 91?
Yeah, with a 4-litre cross-flow headed in 6-cylinder engine. A little 471.
Absolutely, guys. That's a good description.
Methanol and EFI injection. That is a little injection hat he's got sitting up there. Looks like a carby.
Designed primarily for the taxi ranks of Australia.
Well, we ran a lot of them on LPG for a long time. And nothing to get 1 million kilometres out of one of these.
I mean, just quietly as
that was not soft.
Just quietly as a Holden fan, this is a tough Ford.
Absolutely, Jace. Good call. Now, you don't have to be a Holden fan or a Chrysler fan to appreciate a good engine.
No, that's right.
One that smashes tyres like this thing.
And the rear quarters.
Yeah, well.
Geez, he had some air pressure in that one.
I love them when they go big. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that deserves a massive round of applause for the 6-cylinder. Come on, Ford people, make some noise.
Well, it was sharp. Wasn't too short.
Ooh, it's a nasty, nasty looking hit though, isn't it, boys?
Yeah, it wasn't a good one. Wasn't good. She backed right in. Had some momentum with it as well.
Well, no doubt he'll be headed off to the Ford Hold Wreckers over there. Justin Brown will be looking after him with a tail light.
It's funny because the E-Series Fords of those late 80s, early 90s, 88, 89, 91, the EAB, D, F, L, they are starting to come into vogue. They actually are hard to come by in very good condition. The ones that are the sprint models, you guys remember them, the Mick Webb SVO versions.
Yep.
And even the original XR6. To get an EA XR6 or an EA XR8 is nigh on impossible at the moment. Very hard to find.
Okay.
Well, just saw glimpses of Jessica Gamage up there with her little boy Jackson on the big screen, all courtesy of Castlemaine Rod Shop.
Yeah,
And,
great coverage with the camera guys.
Yeah, look, the production team here at Summernats have done a fantastic job this weekend. And, of course, don't forget that all the action will be broadcast in the coming month on 7 Mate. So make sure you stay tuned to the Summernats Facebook page, and you'll be able to keep up to date. Kept up to date.
Yep. It's getting to be a long day.
Mr. Pete Gramusa, Danny Gramusa, the boys down there keeping an eye on all the action, hey? Great to see that, the likes of, one of our former burnout masters.
No, he's not a former. He's a burnout master.
Well,
you can't ever take it off him.
Well, you can't take it off him, but...
no formers.
It's great to see that, he's down here watching all the action, side of the pad, just keeping tabs on all the Burnout Championship action as it happens. And just on a side note, great skid before Pete. Absolute killer, brother. Killer.
We enjoyed it, mate. We really did. And my apologies, I didn't get your Super Cruise sticker, mate. It just didn't get up there in time. I know. You can chastise me. You can chastise me.
Yeah, after he promised.
Yeah.
We know who breaks promises, Gary, don't we?
Yeah, only one or two.
You know, Pete, if it was up to me, you would have had it. I would have had it in my pocket.
He didn't even have any, Pete. He would have to give it.
I don't get it.
Notice he didn't give you his, and he had one.
I was kind of being detained. That's the best way to put it.
He was spending a little bit of time on the side of the road.
Yeah. Parked up. Anyways, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Having a critical assessment.
Hello, we'll just put another sticker on your car. Thanks very much, Canberra. Look, we've had some great Fords coming out. We've got another one coming up in just a moment. And it is called Double Standards. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Double Standards for a reason. Because, let's have a look. It is, of course, Robert Bond that's coming out of WA. It's the 91 Ford Falcon EB, the XR8 or XR6 in this case.
I had a chat to him and said about the other guy hitting the wall. Do you know what he said to me? Oh,
What's
mate,
that?
if I have a problem, I just go and get another carton of beer and buy myself a car.
Yeah.
This car cost him a carton of beer.
Robert Bond.
Well, custom fitted L98 into the Ford. So here we go, Double Standards right here in front of us.
This car impressed us, boys. Remember the run he did on in the qualifying? Very impressive run.
Open mic there, Chase. Thank you. Great job.
You should call this Purple Haze.
Yeah, definitely. Great skid flying the, look, West Aussie flag as well. Normally we see the Aussie flags flying from the rear windows, but he's in fact got the Black Swan on there, which is the West Aussies. And double standards, doing a fantastic job. Robert Bond, the man behind the wheel. Just a couple to come our way here in this, the finals of the Summernats Burnout Championship. 6 cars, I believe, 6 cars. Then Kerry's going to close out the show in his hot rod.
Yes, again. I can't afford $700 for another pair of tyres.
Well, neither can I, but I'm going to, have to. Oh, look at the circle work down here. Just misses that carnage corner as the tyre lets go. Phenomenal driving by Rob Tate. His rubber goes skywards, shot up into the air like a missile. Oh, and I tell you what, if he didn't scrape that,
he missed it.
And again.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, look, there's only one very minimal amount of piece of damage on the back of that car.
Oh, that's a stout skid.
Oh, that was stout driving. Did you see the driving, John?
Nothing on the edges. He kept it off the wall. That is phenomenal.
Give it up, Summernats, for Rob Tate from WA. Fantastic job.
Well, he can either leave this one here or he can take it home.
Can't appear and get himself another one. You know, we see these glimpses of just magical driving, don't we?
Look, there are some fantastic steerers out there. There's no doubt about it.
That was natural talent, Jace. I mean,
yeah.
Being dead serious, when you can control a car like that and predict where it's going to go and what it's going to do, that's the realm of John Bowe. You know, that's that sort of magician level. And you wonder, a guy like that, he probably won't get the chance. But put him in a race car. What could he do? You know,
it'll be interesting. But we've found a few at different events over the years. We've found a few.
We were talking just a little earlier that you know, Kerry and I off air about you know, Mr. Lynch. Now, we know what Lynch is like in a naturally aspirated LS-powered Corolla. I was fortunate enough to see him pilot Stephen Loader's UC Smoke under full throttle up at the Northern Nats in Queensland last year. And, man, do you know what? It's probably the best skid I've ever seen from UC Smoke, only because Lynchy drove it like he drives his Corolla. It was nuts.
So we've got the camera out there on everybody. If you're up on the big screen, give us a wave. Look at that guy.
Dude.
Holy heck.
Baby wipes and then plenty of soap. That's all that's going to save you.
Just hit that with a high gloss and just leave it like that, right?
Hey, bit of clear over the top and you're done for next year.
Give us a wave, guys. Give us a wave.
Give us a wave. You're up on the big screen, all thanks to Castlemaine Rod Shop.
Yeah. Give her a smooch, mate. Go on. Kiss her before someone else does.
Well, funny you say that, Race and Jason, because when we were out at Red Summernats, our producer of the TV of the big screen had two little I guess emojians, and it was dance cam and kiss cam.
Oh,
so we'd focus on the crowd, and dude, there was blokes that were going the kiss.
Oh,
I mean, you know, it was
getting uncomfortable, but you've got to get part of the crowd. I mean, I think I might need to drag you down here to the Great Unwashed one day, mate. And just understand what it's like as Blow Me comes to the start line. Here we go. Look at this, Kerry. Holy heck.
Well, another of the WA cars. Man, the boys from West Aussie have come in their numbers. Now, Kerry, geographically, how far is Western Australia from here to Perth? About 4,000 Ks. Do you know how many miles that'd be? About 2,800 miles we have had. So, for those of you especially that are tuned in via our live stream, if you are from a imperial country, most of these guys, when we talk about the Western Australians, They've travelled about 2,800 miles to be here with us. About 2,800 miles to be here with
the
us.
same as going across America. Pretty close.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty close. It's a long way.
Yeah. Yeah,
5 hours in the jet, but, you know, 4 days in a car.
Bit more than a six-pack drive.
Yes. Though, if you're in the Northern Territory, it's, oh, yeah, man, that's 6 cans. That's how far away that one is. Oh, mate, the minute cut and you get there.
Well, the guy out there...
Oh, he's taking it off again.
Liam O'Kelly. Liam O'Kelly is doing a cracker of a job out there at the moment, although the rear bumper skirt is kicked off. Hey, Summernats, come on, another West Aussie, give it up for Liam O'Kelly in Blow Me.
Wow. He's pretty happy.
That's a very good skid, really good skid. I don't know if you guys can see from the back there, he's got the transcoolers lined up, all bespoke.
Yep, saw that.
I got their own fans. The whole thing is just fabricated towards smashing tyres, and hopefully he can get this thing fired up. He's been waiting all day. He said he's been up there since 9 o'clock, right at the back of the horse sheds, just waiting for his shot.
Our Stretch is reversing back. Our Stretch, our recovery vehicle driver.
Yeah. The presentation, Jace. I just can't get over the presentation.
Yeah, absolutely sensational. The boys have done a fantastic job. Liam O'Kelly from
It's
Perth.
not the same effect when you trash something that doesn't look all that flash.
No. The hard work's there, but you know these guys, they're so far away from us in regards to distance that they catch their flight at 12:30 tonight to be back there at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
Good old red eye.
Yeah.
We've all had our fair share of them.
We've all done a few of those.
It's quicker for those guys to go to Bali than it is to go to New Zealand. It's a long way away. So hats off to our WA people. I applaud you guys. In fact, I'm happy for everybody to give the people from WA a big round of applause for the commitment they showed for coming over here.
Hey, now something just dropped. The penny dropped a little earlier. We were talking about where all these entrants have come from, and I think the comment was made that we've got representation from everywhere except Tassie, and the NT. But we saw Wayne Harris from the NT. He's from Humpty Doo. And then we've got the injected VH Commodore from Tassie. So we literally have entrants from every state and territory in the country here this weekend.
I think we need to work hard on getting someone out of the Southeast Asian area. There's quite a cool car culture over there. I'd love to see someone from there come over.
Yeah, but it's mostly drifting, isn't it?
No, there's a couple of guys, a guy and his wife, that were at the sponsors invitational thing that we did on Friday night, and you ought to see their car.
Oh yeah. There's quite a large contingent.
And they want to bring it. They're from Indonesia, and they want to bring the car over. Yeah. I tell you what,
That'd be cool.
Good. Anything you've seen in Australia, this thing is as good as.
It's a show car?
Oh yeah.
Maybe a burnout car come out of America. I think we've inspired a few people.
Did you hear Cletus's comments a little earlier?
No, I didn't quite catch that.
Cletus is this is what he said in the heat of battle. Cletus has said that he is going to build a car for Summernats next year for burnouts.
Yeah, right.
Now, I said, is it going to be US bred or here in Oz? And he said, no, it'll be Australian built, so it's got that burnout DNA in it.
Well, Jace, you know as well as I know, everybody's going to do something until they get here. It's an Australian tradition to, puff the bags up. How long's it taken for us to get our cars here, right?
True story, that, yeah.
Let's see what Cletus does. I think that was the red mist coming down on the commentator.
I think we need to stay with him on Facebook and just keep reminding him how good of a time he's had this weekend.
Look at this guy. Look at this legend of Owen Webb walking past me. He's a melted mess. But speaking of mess, the monster comes to the start line. I've been waiting to see this one for a while, boys.
Matty Hughes from WA, another Western Australian that's made the trip this weekend. LS Power. Big manifold under the wind, supercharger, big and ugly hack. Now, he can change this from blowing to carbureted within about 10 minutes. A bit like Mark Schwartz's handful.
Yeah. Oh! Jace, did you see that?
Negative. Missed it by that much.
He tipped it in the entry chute.
The burnout from Matty Hughes, his qualifier, was absolutely killer.
Hang on a second, Chase. Hang on a second.
This could be it. Kerry, have a look at this thing.
He's gone the 60 seconds.
Oh, this is ridiculous, Jace. This is ridiculous.
One's gone. One left now.
No wall touches. No wall touches. Full 60 seconds. Give it up for Monster.
Oh,
Throws the helmet down. Matty knows that this is a good one. He threw the helmet down.
There goes the jacket.
Jumpers over the fence as well.
That is incredible. Did not touch the wall in all of that, ladies and gentlemen. Have we seen the run of the day? Make some noise for Monster! Oh, lads, hold the phone.
Oh, hold the phone all right. Have a look at his black tracks down there.
Wow.
Talking about trying to sign your name, he has done just that, Gary.
In running riding.
In running riding.
That is just incredible. Jace, can you see me down here, hand up?
I can see you.
He came off the start line. These aren't donut marks. I don't know, they're W's. He kind of just bounced across through here. And I thought, no, he's going to hit the wall big time. Bounced through here, kept on going. Look, I'm speechless. I'm sorry.
Which is unusual.
I'm sorry, that's late in the day.
Jace, if that's a W down there, then the one next to him must be a running riding A, and he's put WA on the
tell you
pad.
what, I think you're as. Western Australia, stand up and cheer because he just signed the pad for you boys and girls right now.
Good stuff, boys. Good stuff.
That was a good one.
I think somebody just sent a very, very big message.
Absolutely.
Let's follow it up with this guy here, boys, because he can bring it when he needs to.
Dave Pendlebury, Pro PSI in the house.
Takes the high side of the track, Jace. It's ready and it's going, ladies and gentlemen. Summernats 30's not done. We are go!
Interesting note. Beautiful big tip in. Oh, big smack into the wall. Huge tray into the wall. Pro PSI tagged it backwards.
Not good, never good.
Small little touch again.
Oh, enough's enough.
Never a good sound when we hear a backfire through a supercharger. Well, I got to tell you, man, he started on the high side of the track where it was nice and clean. There's not a lot of the marks up there. He went deep. He went into the donut pad and got sucked back and tail smashed the concrete barrier real hard.
Well, you know what, guys? He's out of the car. The smoke's cleared up now. He deserves a massive round of applause. Put your hands together for Pro PSI. This guy's an entertainer.
Love you, Davey.
That is a phenomenal car. Geez, it cops a belting. I'm having a look at the tray, and the tray is nearly off yet again.
Yep.
Yet again.
Oh, don't worry. I reckon Dave will have a little bit of a headache after that one.
Oh, he hit that hard.
Oh, he backed it in real hard. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for Dave Pendlebury, Pro PSI. Well, unfortunately, I don't think Dave's able to score the scores he needs. But man, oh man. What a skid. Racing Jason, you down there at the moment? Does Dave want to have a chat? Well, while we wait to see what the outcome is there, let's look at the replay up on the CRS big screen. That's the back in there. Lifts the whole back of the tray off the ground.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Wasn't good at all.
Big rear tray shunt there. Dave Pendlebury, one of the real nice guys in the burnout scene. You can see him regularly up there at Sydney Dragway. He owns a Bobcat, takes the sweeper out, looks after Mick Brasher and the like at Summernats. And he spent the last year and a bit rebuilding the engine. And whilst he's been doing that, he's been helping out the boys at Sydney Dragway Heaps. Put your hands together, guys, for Dave Pendlebury as he makes his way out. Look at the tray.
Yeah, the tray's very second-hand.
It's bent up badly.
Kerry, you want to know, I just had a quick chat to the guys on the way out.
Yep.
We always talk, it's always okay to share your what's going on with yourself, talk to your mates. And I said to him, you want to look after each other. You hit that wall hard.
Yep.
A mild concussion can actually come out many hours later after the adrenaline's worn off. So I've asked them to look after each other. And that's not me being soft, guys. You've got to look after your mates out here.
Certainly do.
Jason, Kerry, we've seen some injuries come out post-Summernats where you just got to keep an eye on these guys, don't you?
Yeah, generally mine's voice. That's my post-Summernats injury.
It's a hard hit, though, boys.
Oh, yeah, it was a huge hit. All righty, coming our way now. I've been dying to see this lady back on the pad. She's been very quiet this weekend. Lisa Howie with Burn Rubber, the all-new Frozen theme paintwork on board this beautiful Tirana.
Let it go.
Oh, please don't, Jace.
Oh,
please
come on,
don't.
Jake. I mean, look at this thing. It's awesome.
What, it makes you want to sing? Small block Chevrolet, another of the Sheriffs. The Sheriff engines. They do have a big block Chev sitting at home, waiting to be put into it. But Lisa Howie now going with that Frozen theme to try and attract a new fan, the little kids.
That works for me. This is nice. This is good. So far, everything she's done, spot on. Took one out, made 64 seconds, that's all that matters.
Well, she went the minimum 60-second time limit. Give it up, Summernats, for Lisa Howie.
She's looking pretty excited. Look at that bit of a cuddle there. And she's got Frozen on the side, guys, because believe it or not, it's like follow your dreams. That's what she's inspired by. She's got a couple of kids.
She's pretty happy.
She's very happy. How cool is that the helmet matches the car?
Yeah, definitely.
She knows what's going down.
Well, as I said, she's got that small block Chevrolet on board. She does have a big block sitting at home.
Oh, look, there's a reindeer on the back, Kerry. There you are.
I won't even answer that.
Was it Rudolph?
No, look at him. You tell me. Has he got a red nose?
Somebody's going to have a black eye.
All right.
Hey, high five to that. That was a perfect answer.
Tiranas, they come in all shapes and sizes, and I've always been a bit of a closet fan of the old HB.
That was my first car. I had a HB 4-cylinder auto.
Do you remember the Brabham edition?
Yes, say no more.
The Brabham HB
That
Tirana.
was my first car.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, look who's driving the thing.
Have a listen to this thing.
Adam Slorridge.
Wow. Adam Slorridge. Of course, ATS Automatics.
Whoa, listen to that little 202.
Man, has he got a collection of HV Tiranas?
Ah, mate, has he got a collection of big 6-cylinder engines?
True story, that.
Whoa.
Numbnuts.
Yes.
Yep.
And we remember Numbnuts.
And then after Numbnuts, he created that HB that was in the show pavilion. Do you remember that one, boys?
Do you remember the burnout he did in the wet here, Kerry?
Oh, yes.
And he won the open competition. The Flames, Jace, was 6 foot out the side of the 6-cylinder. It was unbelievable. And can this guy drive?
Yeah, Adam Slorridge from ATS Automatics. down in Victoria. One of the boys. That's who he is. He's one of the boys, one of the lads.
I'll tell you what, they reckon he's brought a small calibre to a big gunfight, but I'll tell you what, acquitting himself fairly adequately.
Ooh, not a bad run at all.
There he is. He's just sitting there. I says, righto, guys.
He's pulled up right there, square of the grandstand.
What a shame.
Able to restart this supercharged 6-cylinder HB Tirana.
How's the theme on a trick shot? How cool's that? Look at the gun.
And you know what? Come to think of it, my original HB was a two-door. I was 15.
Wow, they're a rare car, the two doors.
Wish I'd have kept it.
I bet you do.
Mind you, it lasted about 26 kilometres.
Yeah, before you
died.
The precursor to the Gemini, I believe, guys.
Indeed.
Guys, I think he deserves a big round of applause. Give it up for Trick Shot.
Adam Slorich doing the job right there.
Oh, he doesn't do the rear car hump anymore, Kerry. Of course, Nuts used to jump out and use the back of the tailgate, didn't he, Kerry?
Well,
yes.
I see Ross Heasley's now doing it,
yes.
but with the horse head on.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, big shout out to old JB over there, Big Chief in the house this weekend.
Yeah, where is he? There he is.
Yeah, good to see Big Chief down here at Summernats for the first time ever. I think we're going to see probably more of him in future years.
All right, well, we've got a couple of cars left to go. Only a few more left, guys. And round out Summernats 30 here at the Castlemaine Rod Shop Burnout Track. Please stick around for our trophy presentations. It's extremely important. The media are going to be here. We need some people in the background. We're going to give away some signs. Please don't go anywhere.
Les Mitchell out of the Northern Territory.
Yahoon. That's who's coming up next. Yahoon.
He is.
Jimmy Yahoon out of Yapoon. He's come too soon to the burnout pad. No, this guy's not from Yapoon. He's from Humpty Doo in the Northern Territory.
I remember this guy from Alice Springs. Do you remember him? This guy's a nutbag. He's a dead set nutbag all the way from Northern Territory. Have a look at this thing go.
Des Mitchell. Oh, beautiful car speed as he tips it in hard. He's able to recover from that. But Kerry, man, he carried some big car speed down into there.
Big speed. Probably had enough smoke to cover up whatever else he might have done in there.
Halfway there, 30 seconds down. Tick, 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 tick. Boom.
Wow, he's giving them some. He's starting to delaminate already. Oh, there's one, there's two. The clock stopped. 57 seconds.
No, we're done. We're through the minute. Absolutely through the minute. 2 tyres gone on cue. Well, I tell you what, all the way from Humpty Doo, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Yahoon. Wow, what a run. What a run.
Well, I got to tell you that looks like that is our final competitor for our Summernats Burnout Championship. We have got one more car sitting down there on the start line. 2 more cars, I believe. Now, we've already seen Jeremy Bond out. Old Ches has been out once before. So I'm not sure whether we're doing a VIP run.
You only see one car there.
Army at the other end, apparently.
Maybe.
Summernats. That is Des Mitchell, Yahoon from Humpty Doo in the far north of the Northern Territory. Jace, I know you're straight onto it.
You are not going to believe who is in the passenger seat. You are not going to believe it.
Actually, having a look around, I think I am.
Now, hang on.
I think I am. Now that you've said you're not going to believe, I think I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next car coming to the start line, I'll tell you what, we've got someone very special in the passenger seat. We had a chat a little bit earlier on about Chick Henry, who was out here, who had his vision to start this event. And we had a bunch of guys who took this event over. And they've taken it over and they have run with it and they have turned it into the awesome machine that it is today. And to give an idea of how immersed they get in the car culture, one of the owners of the event at the moment is a guy by the name of Dominic. And in the years he's been running, he's been too busy. But this year he said it's Summernats 30. So we've put him in the passenger seat, ladies and gentlemen. For the very first time, Dominic's in there. A big Summernats round of applause for Dominic at Fat WH.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look at him, guys. Jace, this is what it's all about.
Oh, this is what it's all about. And when you're 1/3 owner of the biggest show in town, you should take the time out to enjoy a little bit of this action.
Yeah, we need to get Andy down here and Andrew as well.
Well, Andy went in the car last year.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can get him on the mic after he's done. What do you reckon, guys?
Yeah, do that, man. Hey, while you're down there, see if you can get him on the mic.
Before I give you a black eye. Oh, Jeremy, you have exceeded yourself.
Yeah, Jeremy putting on. He'll want to take. He'll want to take Dom for a ride every time from now on.
He's inspired this time. Man, if you could have turned that one on.
What do you reckon about that? Let's make some noise!
Oh, Jeremy, that was excellent.
Great job, Jezza. Great job. Give it up for Jeremy and Tom.
All right, well, I'm going to grab hold of him. Dominic, come with me, come with me.
He says,
come with me. No, come here, no. What was that like, mate?
To be polite, fucking awesome.
Right there. He was one of the owners of the event, guys. That shows you their commitment. I think it says it all.
Do you know what I love about this? Is that, all three of the owners are so down to earth.
Oh, they are, mate. They are. And Dominic, he's the grin on his face. He's such a, he's an introvert. He's not like us.
No, exactly. He's not.
You know, and we've got Andy who's out the front and behind him, Mr. B.
Who's not an introvert.
No, Mr. B sits next to you guys, and he brought us all the music all weekend.
DJ Andy B on the decks. But for the moment, Dom lapping up and taking a ride with Jeremy Bond in fact.